Hey everybody, and welcome to Fableforge. It is Tuesday night, the Red Opera, as always. We are a little bit early tonight, an hour early, and that is because we wanted to have more playtime. So thank you for joining us at this new extended session that should be the normal going forward. Super excited. All sorts of good stuff, especially tonight. And we have all of our amazing players with us. Yay! Thank you all players, as always. Thank you viewers. As you are enjoying tonight's session, please don't forget to invite your friends and family, spread the word. We'd love to grow the community some more. We're also still have the Extra Life active. And don't forget, you can help out your favorite players or hinder your least favorite DM by using Patronic Inspiration. Details in the banner down below. It's a great way to support the channel and be involved in the story. I don't think we have any other announcements, do we? I didn't ask you guys that as we were prepping. I don't think we do, right? No, we don't. So I think that's it. I think we're going to jump straight into tonight's session of the Red Opera. So, my friends, players, heroes, over the past day or two, you've been spending your time in Yon'Cath. You were ambushed in the middle of the night in the hole-in-the-wall tavern by these nefarious, disgusting 6 to 7 inch long worms. The tavern ended up burnt down, and you made some frenemies with the accursed guard, who tasked you, in order to save your own reputation and keep from being sent into prison as part of this potential conspiracy, to decipher and discover the origins of this attack as it was being perpetrated across Yon'Cath in whole. You made some interesting acquaintances along the way at the Arcane Bazaar and the Siren's Roost, and followed the string of worms down the alleyway after the merchant that you attempted to question about the strange figurines you found in the tavern exploded, and you fought there in the bazaar. Following these worms down into the alleyways, you found they creeped down into a sewer where you instantly became trapped as the door above you closed. Little did you know that Vavnai, who had been infested with one of these worms and was trying to fight his way out from the influence of the psionic entity that was controlling all of this, had actually taken control of one of these other poor infected victims and closed the door behind you to save you, trapping you in but keeping you from being ambushed from behind. He took some opportunities to take control of some of the other victims here in the sewers that you found yourselves with. You were attempting to find your way to the psionic entity to rid it once and for all and save Vavnai and clear your name. But after a couple of close encounters in the sewers, you decided to travel back to the south, find your way around. You came across a hatch with a ladder. You eventually broke through it and found that you were smack dab in the middle of a large, abandoned bathhouse of sorts somewhere in Yon'Cath. As a reminder of the current scene, the ladder is about 30 to 40 feet tall. We have Tior, Phelan, and Ona. You are in the bathhouse. It is dark, generally dim light, unless you're really close to one of the windows on the side, FYI. Katori and Mira, you are down below at the base of the ladder in the sewers. The massive pipe is about 5 feet in diameter, and then in front of you, a little ways, there is this broken section, and beneath the broken section is a chasm that just disappears into nothing but deep black underworld. When we left off, a pair of denizens in the sewers who claimed to have been trapped and apparently were attempting to deceive you, one of them using the guise of a young helpless girl that was lost in the sewers, transformed and was met with the other of these strange bat-like humanoid creatures. You attempted to bluff your way into getting just a little girl when you thought she was a little girl back up to the surface, but when your deception was apparently uncovered, or maybe they just grew impatient, you aren't really sure, the little girl transformed into one of these creatures and they lunged towards you and Katori. Meanwhile, up above, on the surface and the bathhouse, Ona, you were prone, lying down with your head in this hatch, trying to hear and see what was going down with Katoria and Mira down below. Phelan, you were kind of getting a beat of the area, trying to figure out what to do next, and Tior, you had unbarred the front door to this bathhouse and looked out on the street to see if anybody was there. A ruckus down below echoing up from the sewers, and behind you, Tior, the now unbarred door slammed open with a blast of eldritch energy, and as the dust settled, you saw the silhouetted figure, and then your vision, in the clear light, the face of Vavnai with a nefarious twinkle in his eye and a sour grimace as he holds up a ball of eldritch energy with a threatening look. So, that is where we left off. And what we're going to do is we are going to, first off, I'm going to kick the music back on. And then I'm going to, because we're on two separate maps here, I need everybody to roll their initiatives and give me their numbers.
Just starting right out with it, all right? All right.
Yes, we are. So, oh, gotta move you. Ona, what is your initiative? All right. Katori?
15.
All right. Vavnai?
That's a 21.
Nice.
Not nice for us.
Phelan?
13.
13. Mira?
13.
And Tior?
That would be an 11.
11. That worked out nicely. All right.
Okay, nicely for who?
That worked out very nicely. So, let me move
Spread
this
out
sheet.
pretty evenly across the board there.
That's right. Move this sheet real quick. All right. So, Davnai, first initiative order. Let's sum this up a little bit. No, I'm not going to have y'all remove y'all's headsets for this. That's okay. So, Vavnai, in the body of the Faceless One, as they found the hatch, you jumped into the chasm below, and your vision didn't really fade. You have this strange echolocation extrasensory thing going on. But as you descend further and further into darkness, you pull yourself out of this creature's mind, and you're back into this strange, surreal, ethereal place in a lack of space and time in your mind, where you can see all these hundreds of different perceptions of sights and things from the creatures and civilians that are infected with these worm-like creatures. You feel that ever-present pull of sonic energy on whoever's controlling this, attempting to take over you as well. You quickly scan around, constantly trying to find another perspective that gets you a different perspective on your friends, or something else you can do to help them and thereby help you as well. But scanning around, something else attracts your attention. You see the same exact or extremely similar image multiple dozen, 24 times of these individuals walking almost in a row towards the front gate, and then you see the accursed guard standing several dozen feet ahead, shields and weapons out, some of them flaring up their arcane energy, and then they slam into each other, and it's a fray at the front gate. You glance around quickly, starting to realize that something more is happening here, something bigger than you. You see taverns being attacked. You see them at the castle gates, the Scarlet Hearth itself. It seems as though there are a lot more of these individuals, a lot more of this infection than what anybody had previously thought. Glancing around to the left one last time, you can't really see exactly what's happening, but there's a pair of doors in front, and what catches your attention is the massive blast of arcane energies. The door swings open, and then suddenly you are face to face with Tior. You attempt to take control of this body, and as you do so, you're met with resistance. You feel the sonic individual there trying to hold you out, unlike he ever has before. It's not a simple overpowering of charisma that is doing it. It is an active effect against you, and so you have to fight your way in. As you worm your way through, see what I did there? As you worm your way through, you get flashes of these strange, large, malevolent tentacles. You see this elongated eyeless head and a rubbery neck, and then the floor around you seems to be nothing but crimson blood, ankle, calf deep. As your senses come to, you see yourself standing face to face in obscene guttural language which you don't recognize, filters out of its mouth in your direction, and then they cast Eldritch Blast at you. So, what are you doing?
Freaking the fuck out with this existential crisis that I'm now having.
I would like to use my action to cry.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I gotta fight for my own body here. I want to wrest control, and I don't even know if it's safe. Do I tell them anything? Do I just try to run away, or?
Never take your body for granted.
So,
Yeah.
you cannot use your body as this
Right.
thing is currently
Yeah,
happening.
I gotta fight this thing I gotta fight this thing for control of my body, and then it's like, well, then what do I do? Well, okay, so I'm in my body. I'm mentally locked in my body. He's now in my body. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go for him. What I mean by go for him is just go for the link that's attached to me, because instead of me severing a link that he has with someone else to take their body over, like, he's in me and I'm in me. So maybe I can repay the favor and just kind of fuck with him a little bit. You want to fuck
Okay.
with my body? I'll fuck with your body, buddy. All right.
Is anyone
Please-
getting some
please
like
don't kill me,
sexual
Taylor.
attention from this?
A lot of. I wanted tendrils to come up, but it's fine.
Whoa! All right.
This is not just
I
Tior's
thought, Why
story.
would Tior?
This is-
Why
this
did
is not
Tior have
just
to bring
Tior's
this thing?
story.
So, your AC for this special circumstance, because this is a battle of the wills of your force of power, your AC is equivalent to your charisma score, as is your HP. Okay? So, he is going to cast Eldritch Blast at you, and that is your modifier is a +3, correct? So that
It's
is
like
a
two astral beings, like, in
Yeah,
the mind.
basically.
kinda. Okay. Just making sure.
So that's a 16 to hit, which does hit. Your AC is 16. You're gonna take 1d10 force damage. That was a 10.
Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be?
If I had a camera, you could stop complaining. Okay,
I believe
so,
you 100%. I just don't like it.
This bolt of sonic energy slams into this bodiless mind you have, and it racks with agony. Your eyes well up. Everything gets blurry for a moment. You see dazzling colors as this creature grins and kind of flies towards you. You're gonna repay the favor? You're gonna do something else? What are you doing?
Do I have a staff? Like, or what I mean by that is, like, if my astral projection kind of, like, I would believe to be as outfitted as I was, would I be able to manifest my staff in this case?
Sure,
Then I would go for the strike.
go for it.
All right, so you just want me to, I guess, just roll it
Make an
up.
attack roll. Try to hit a 16.
Oh, come on. Oh, God. Oh, that's like the worst roll ever. Does an 8 hit?
I think no 8 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a no-go. Then I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble.
All right, so as it's shifting towards you, you conjure your staff out of thin air and slash around the snake, biting through the air as it does. As you're going to make impact, he kind of shifts and becomes almost invisible as he flies through you and appears on the other side. Another ball of Eldritch energy in his hand. All right, so that was your turn. Next up is going to be...
Can I ask, just briefly, does that physically appear like anything to us?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This is all happening in the mind space.
I'm just there.
The two strange bat-like creatures, Kitori and Mira, they flared out their wings, they leaped up, and they're charging in your direction. They have... double check their speed here. Go to your map, so I'm not screwing you guys over. I do not want to screw you guys over. All right. I'm sorry, I didn't set up y'all's on here. Tori and Mira, and then these guys. All right. I just want to make sure I get this distance right and everything. So that would be right at 30 feet to you all. So they jump up at the intersection and they fly in the tunnel, twirling, keeping their wings tight. They get to you there in your space, and then they start to turn upward and shove you away. I need acrobatics or athletics checks from each of you as they try to shove you down prone. The first one is going to be... This is against Katori. The first one is going to be a 17, and then against Mira, it's a 13.
How'd they do it?
Okay, so Katori, did you succeed or fail?
I failed.
Okay, and you too, Mira?
Yep.
Okay, so they barrel through with their wings outstretched. They slam into you. You get knocked back. They're still in your space, but you are prone for what that's worth. And they go to take off. Now, since they're going through your space, you can attempt an opportunity attack, or you can attempt to grapple them as a special movement thing that we do. What do you want to do? Or just let them fly by?
I want to grapple one of them.
Okay. Katori, you can let him go? You're going to do something?
I don't want to fight you. And I'm gonna grapple him.
Famously strong, Mira and Katori. Here we go.
You know what?
Both of you make athletics checks, please.
Oh, good. That was a nat 1, so that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get much better. I got a nat 2.
We are
Okay.
the strongest duo.
Well, I'm going to give you all a benefit of the doubt since you rolled at the same time. There was a 16 and a 1. So I'm going to say the 16 went up against Mira's natural 1.
Great.
And the 1 went up against Katori's 2. So, Katori, you grab onto the ankle and it starts to pick you up. You end up 15 feet in the air grappling onto this creature because now it has to move half speed. No, its movement speed drops to 0. Never mind. You can move half speed. It tries to do that, but then you weight it back down. The other one darts up, and it's coming up right at the edge of the surface. So, Ona, you heard this blast. Vavanai in the door. He's standing there, Eldritch Energy in his hand, and then all of a sudden you hear shouts and wings from underneath, and you are face to face with one of these bat-like creatures. But we are up at Katori. What are you doing?
Does he answer? Does anyone answer?
They apparently have no interest in what you are saying right now. You saw they surged towards you, and as they pushed you down, they looked up. They saw that hatch was open, and now they're gunning for it.
If I wanted to, obviously I'm grappled with him. What would it be to like push him back in front of me?
You could take him, since he is grappled, you could take and move up to half your movement speed. Okay? Keep in mind, about 10 feet in front of you, there's that open chasm that you'd have to negotiate by while holding this thing. So that's your call. But if you just want to keep it in front of you and stand up, you can do that with no action or anything required.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna stand up. Him still grappled. And then, was this... Alright, so that was a good question. Is this the one that was a little girl, or is this the other one?
No, this is the one that was always in this bat form.
Okay, so it's not the little girl. So I'm gonna call out to the one that's above me. It's like, I thought you didn't want to leave your friend. And I'm gonna hold him down low. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say that to that one. And I'm still gonna be like, I just wanted to talk to you. Well, I'm not trying to stop you from going out. When I am stopping him from going out.
Yeah, let's say, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage as you stop it from going out, saying you're not stopping it from going out.
Yes! Well, I'm just gonna roll once, because, yeah, I think a 7 is probably not gonna work. Even better, a 6. Doing really good so far. Nat 2, Nat 3, Nat 4.
Okay. So you call it up top, and then you turn your head and look. And you heard that vicious beating of wings going up above you. It stops, and it's now rhythmically beating as the other creature seems to have stopped and is, well, if you looked up, you'd see it was staring down at you. Not sure what they're going to do yet, though. Anything else?
I really don't want... That'll be it.
Okay. Phelan, you are up. What are you doing?
Okay, so Vavnai has just walked in the door, right?
Busted up in there like the Kool-Aid man. A pissed off warlock Kool-Aid man. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be like, Vavnai, are you okay? You don't look okay. What happened? You were. I don't know what to do, and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna back up a little bit because I'm kind of scared because he looks pissed.
Hey, Lynn, what happened to your voice? Is there something stuck in your throat?
All right, I'm gonna back up. Like I'm gonna kind of hide behind one of these little bath things.
It's
And
a
be like,
little dry in here. No
I-
bath water.
all right, that's gonna be all I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna hold an action or anything.
All right, Mira, what are you doing?
I'm on the ground. I'm laying down at this point, correct?
You are prone. Katori is standing up with one of these creatures, and the other one is about 30 feet up right at the edge of the floor to the bathhouse.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and Eldritch Blast the one that's above us.
Okay, sure.
Good cop, bad cop. Always works.
Always. Oh, good. 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. Gonna be 10 points of damage, and I'm gonna use my ability to bring him back towards me 10 feet.
Okay. You got it. So, you lash out with Eldritch Blast. The energy slams into its body. It kicks back against the wall, and then you bring your hand and force it down. As so, the energy reverts and just vacuums it towards you 10 more feet. Is now about 20 feet ahead, and she is looking at you. What else you got? Anything?
I'm just gonna climb the ladder 10 feet just to be closer.
Okay, you got it. All right, Tior, what are you doing?
Well, I will draw my sword and shield. Favnai, everything all right? And I will get right up to him. Just about 10 feet away. Actually, I'll get right up to him, 5 feet away. And I will hold my strike if he attempts to fire at me or my allies.
Okay. You
And I'll
got
give him a
it.
little smooch.
Make it all better.
Stop!
Make it all better.
It's like being John Malkovich.
I will let you know, as you step forward, his eyes is always it's as though he's looking through you, not seemingly registering you. And as you get in his face, you see his head kind of slowly turn a little bit, and that ball of purplish violet eldritch energy suddenly turns bright green, and vapors begin to spread from it.
Also, you notice little sparks happening behind his eyes, like a little galactic starfight.
Sure, why not?
What's going on in there?
You still holding your action to or do something else?
Yes, but I will specifically, I don't know mechanically if I can do this or not, you tell me. But if he attempts to, reach out his hand to fire something, I specifically want to, knock the hand off target.
You don't want to just chop off the whole arm?
No.
Yeah. That would be.
Just go ahead and
Okay.
Down
Yes,
the
officially.
shoulder.
Well, so I'm 100% good with that. I will say that if you're attempting to hit one specific part in a split second rather than the body in a normal combat scenario, the AC will be higher. Probably 3 points higher. And
Right.
we'll go from there, see what happens, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Ona, you're up.
Okay. So, tell me if I can do this. Just because
There's
this
a lot of that tonight.
this is essentially just theatrical flavor on top of the already existing tacos we're making here. As Mira, shoots the bat thing that's now in front of my face and being pulled away. As she shoots it and starts pulling it away, I feel like right before all that happens, right before the bat thing gets distracted, Ona would be really, really, like, her nose would be upset by all of the sudden gusts of poisonous wind going up her nose, and I just want to lay a big bear sneeze on him. Like, I want nothing but fish knot up on that bat before...
Oh, imagine how bad that smells.
before
Okay,
dipping out of there.
To blend the two, it would have gotten pulled back down as you were kind of doing the... But as you sneeze, it like rockets out a good 10 feet and it still gets covered. Yeah, we'll do that.
Sweet, I love that. Okay.
Nice happy place.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, I was just gonna be like, oh, no, thank you. And kind of crawl out from under the hatch and have the hatch close behind her.
Okay.
And she's just kind of looking. See Tior. He has like his sword and shield out, but he's not doing anything. So Ona is probably just gonna walk over here. I mean, she'd probably waddle. She's on all fours. She's not getting too far out from prone, so she'll be able to make it all the way up to Vavnai, and just be like,
Hey, buddy, what to do? What you got there? What's in the hand?
and
I
like
don't think he's home right now.
I want her to just like stick her nose like on Vavnai's cheek, like the wet nose when your dog wakes you up in the morning. Just smush. That's gonna be my whole turn.
All right. So, this is what happens next. We're back at the top of the order. Ona, you press your nose up against his cheek, and he's staring at Vavnai. As you do that,
Vavnai staring at Vavnai?
I'm sorry, staring at Tior. You see his eyes cut left where you are, and he turns his head and pulls it back a little bit, so y'all are like a centimeter away with the nose. You let me know if and when you want to do anything here, Tior. It's totally up to you. Vavnai, in your mind battle, this entity that appeared behind you after going through your strike with a quarterstaff, you see it stand still and then kind of shimmer for a bit, because using its action in a different way. It is going to, you see the hand of Vavnai in the bathhouse, trying to keep things from getting as confusing as they are. You see the hand of the Vavnai in the bathhouse, with the eldritch energy, kind of slowly rise up as though he's going to caress Ona's face. Are you acting on this or not, Tior?
Does this hand still have the sort of the green smoke coming off of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him touch that.
All right, make an attack roll.
That was so close to a nat 20. It was a 12.
A 12?
Gonna bop the boot.
Okay. Vavnai's AC is 13.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's slowly rising up, and you stumble for a second, not exactly sure what to do. At the last moment, you strike upwards toward the wrist to throw him off. He darts a little bit backward and then slams his hand into Ona's face. This massive spray of poison gas. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Ona.
Saves. Actually, let me do this. Like,
I just like to imagine you. I was like, ah, fuck.
just smash it right into my face, so I'm getting a hand with a shield. It's just double the damage. Okay, wait, my Constitution saving throw. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Constitution.
Sure.
Boo! That is a 4, sir. How corrosed is my face?
We're
So
rolling really good.
it shocks you, the quick movement from Vavnai, especially the aggressive look in his eyes he does so. And as you go to back up, the fumes waft off of his hand. You breathe in deeply in surprise, and as you do, you feel this burning, aching sensation deep in your chest. You're going to take 11 points of poison damage.
Okay, can I also just sneeze some of the poison smoke back at him
Sure,
in reaction?
100%.
I feel
You
like
got it.
that's Ona's just not having a good nose day today. This is a no nose day.
All right, so Vavnai, you sense an opportunity. This thing is still, it's shimmering, but you feel like you could try to do something here. What are you going to do?
So, obviously it's like this thing is well within its realm. I don't think I can hit this thing very well, so I'm not going to worry about the staff. But then, if we're in my mind and we have my magic, I'm going to go for a sleep. I want to see if I can mentally sleep this thing.
Okay.
Like, just soothe it to a nice little lullaby, buddy.
We will find out what happens.
Yeah, we will, because this is going to be interesting.
All right. So you need to roll
23.
5d8. 23. Is there a save? I think there's a save, right?
Nope.
There's
Nope.
not a save.
No
It's
save.
instant.
It is
There's no
instant.
save against sleep. Why is there a save against sleep? Okay.
Because it's based on HP.
Yeah. So that's good. That's good. Sorry.
Goodbye, baby.
So you close your eyes and channel forth the arcane energy that has been gifted to you from your warlock, and it doesn't work right here in this realm, this ethereal plane that you're in. As you push the energy out, you focus, trying to make it fall unconscious, trying to break this link. Instead of the subtle light motes of energy that drift upon as you're used to using this spell, instead, in this space, they begin to crackle and twist, and black bolts of lightning congeal around this entity and lash to its body, and in a quick flash, it's gone. You, if you
I meant
choose
to do that.
so, if you choose to do so, you now have control of your body after this turn.
I was just saying, can I follow it out?
After this turn, you can bounce out of your mind if you want.
I want to follow that link.
Okay.
Remember, because I want to follow that link.
All right.
Does that
We will
make
get
sense?
to that. It does, and we will get to that
Okay.
on your next turn. Okay.
Absolutely. I just wanted to make
You're
it
gonna
known
be
so if you had.
covered in Ona snot by the time you get back.
100%.
I already know.
I like that we see Bavnai go from two minds happening in his brain to just absolute nothing.
He blanks out for a moment, or after doing that to Oma, he blanks out and then crumples like a rag doll.
You know what?
Completely out.
You know what's the best part about this? This is what I do when I disassociate and switch alters anyway, so I know exactly what this feels like, and I'm just living in this moment right now.
Meanwhile, she was like, "Is he not immune to his own poison? You
Yeah,
sneezing back at
You
him."
sneeze it. Exactly.
I'm
What
not
a
gonna lie.
weird sign.
I never considered this at all when it comes to plurality shapes, and so if
Yeah.
I've screwed this up or been offensive at all, I
No,
apologize.
this
if it's
has
not,
been-
if it's good, then I'm
This
really
has
glad to
actually
hear
been great. This is like really
Okay.
accurate to what it's like having multiple people in your head, so this is perfect.
that. Awesome. I'm super glad to hear that. Okay, cool. So, back in the fight. These two creatures now trapped as the hatch slams shut. You pulled this one down, Mira. It's about 20 feet overhead. Katori, you are face to face. It calls out to you in your mind. Wait, hold on, brain fart. Okay, it calls out to you in your mind. You hear as it's beating and pushing away. Let's out. We want you to leave. And from up above, you hear this ear-splitting howl reverberating off of the chamber around you as the one above you shoots up and slams with as much force as they can into the hatch. It buckles, bucks, and then comes back down. I need Katori and Mira to make a wisdom saving throw.
$13.
Succeed.
I also got a 13.
Succeed. Okay, so as this howl penetrates your mind, the face in front of you, Katori, shifts. Although it is grotesque and hideous and slightly scary, unlike anything you've seen before, it seems to grow longer. Its fangs grow sharper and deeper. Its tongue lashes out and licks around your face. Its wings become emblazoned in flame. Fearful, you glance over to Mira, and you see her face looking at you in a shocked look, and then her face shifts as well. It becomes ghoulish and haggard, almost like a ghost, and you don't know what to do. You close your eyes and focus, and Mira, same exact effect to you. You focus and focus. This can't be real. This can't be real. And you force it out. You narrowly avoided something there. So, with that, Katori, you are up. What are you doing?
So I still have the one that's grappled, right?
Still grappled.
Yeah, I'm definitely pushing. He has wings. He's fine. I'm gonna like push him towards the hole. I want to get him off me.
Okay, you push him back. His wings unfurl. He's now hovering in front of you.
Scary. I can't let you out. I can't lift that thing. That's all. Our friends up there obviously have something better to do. So I don't know what to tell you right now. I'm gonna ready the dodge action.
Okay.
And try to not. Obviously, I'm heightened senses, and I want to not get hit, but I'm still not aggressive.
Okay. So, as you say that, the wings beating, it slowly drifts down. The wings pull back. Then we will be let out on our own. And you see his visage changes. He now has a hat, flurry clothing. He has a nice bright vest. He has some scars and fur on his cat-like face. He's now the spitting image of you. All right, so Feylin, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, so this is okay. So I just saw the hatch next to me, like bang, like I could see it and hear it, like bang up and down. Okay,
Obvious.
I'm going to very carefully run forward all of my movement to this corner. Be like, oh god, I don't want to be back there. And then I'm going to look forward and say, is he okay? Did you kill him? Is he okay? Tio, what happened? And I'm not
Honestly, as soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Okay. I mean, did he say anything? Did he say why he was here? I didn't expect him to.
It's
barge
probably
in
just
like
an
that.
old man thing. He's probably fine.
Oh, do you think he's just taking a nap?
I mean, at this point, anything's possible.
I suppose. What are we going to do about that? And I'll like gesture back to the hatch that just like almost banged itself open right next to me.
Just keep it closed until one of them says butternut squash.
And
Did
butternut
we discuss
squash,
that beforehand?
that's as much talking as you can fit into one round of combat. So is there anything else you're doing?
No, I'm going to pull out my dagger just in case whatever was banging on the hatch comes out at me. And I'm going to just wait.
All right, so you're about 40 feet now from the hatch, about 20 feet away from Vav9, Sior, and Hilda. Okay, beautiful. So, Mira, what are you doing? One more thing, just to clarify something. As Katori sees other Katori now, you look up, trying to make sure that you obviously do not have danger. You see the individual flapping above you that was pushing up against the hatch that let that ear-splitting scream out. You see its fingers elongate into these kind of hooked, bony claws. Same thing with its feet, and spikes come out of its shoulders and down its back.
I'm going to say into its mind, don't mess with us, and then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast again at it.
All right, go for it.
Can I ask a quick mechanical question? Not mechanical, just technical. Does not that any of us are seeing this, but just for like connection's sake, does this seem like the same sort of shape-shifting, transforming that we've seen the bug creatures do? Or is this different?
No, this definitely would appear to be more of a magical effect rather than a physical transformation.
Okay, got it. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 16 to hit.
16 hits.
And 8 points of damage, and I'm pulling them another 10 feet closer to me.
Okay, well, it has surged back up towards the hatch, so now you're pulling it back down. Now it's 20 feet off the ground, and you're already 10 feet up, so you're about 10 feet away now. Like, y'all are both midway in this tunnel.
I'm going the rest of the way up to just be like...
So you're gonna be face to face?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I just kind of want to not let them get onto the ladder in case they want to shapeshift into something without wings.
Sure. All right, and just so you know, going forward, you can keep using Eldritch Blast all you want with one hand on the ladder, no issue. If you try to make a melee attack, it's going to have disadvantage, like with a weapon, okay?
Noted.
Just because of the ladder. Okay, Tior. What are you doing?
All right. I'm going to reach into my pack and just say to Ona and my sister, keep your eyes on that hatch, and I'll pull out my 50 feet of rope, and I will tie Vavnai's hands behind his back.
Okay.
Just in case.
Sure. 100%. Give me a generic strength check to see how strong this knot is.
All right.
I'm assuming you're not an expert knot maker, so this would be a simple knot. You're just using your strength to tighten as much as possible.
It's an 18.
Okay, good to know. So that is going to be the DC if it tries to escape. So
Great.
you remember that. All right. Anything else, Tior?
That is my turn. Oh, actually, I'll use some of my movement, and I'll just sort of pull Vavnai's body out of the doorway, just over to the wall instead.
Okay, you got it. All right, Ona, what are you doing?
Okay. Well, Vavnai's body has moved. And he's tied up pretty sufficiently. Ona's just gonna be like, "Aye, that's good," and she's gonna waddle her 60 feet back over to the hatch, and she's gonna sit on top of the hatch.
Okay.
Is this hatch like a solid grate, or is there like a little tiny hole? Like sometimes the little like manholes in the street, they have little holes.
So there is a ring-shaped handle that you would use from the outside to open it, and it opens up to one side. There's no built-in holes or ventilation or anything. The small little drain rivulets all over the floor kind of go around the corners of the frame and then seem to just dip in underneath that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just, as long as there's no hole, I'll just sit on it. If there was a hole, I was probably gonna like peek my eyeball in. But if there's no hole, I'm just gonna sit on it, and I'll just kind of scream at the hatch as if Ona's imagining Katori and Mira could hear.
Once you're ready and you've killed the bad things, or if you just want to, just let me know when you want the hatch to open. I'm sitting on it so that they won't come out, and it's safe for them not to get out, because the Vavnai busted down the door, but it's okay, he's tied up.
So I'm just gonna have a little short monologue about everything that's been happening.
Everybody under that hatch is like,
Even the bats are like,
like
what?
the two cats are staring at each other.
The bat's like, we changed our minds.
Never mind. If she's up there, we don't want to go. And that's,
Alright.
that's gonna be Ona's turn. Ona's just gonna look at Phelan and just...
Isn't the fish lady?
All right, Vavnai. So you are attempting to use the force of your will to piggyback along these psionic pathways and follow these maze of neural connections to locate the source of this and do something, gain information, whatever it is you want to do is fine, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So give me a blanket charisma check. As it attempts to lose you and force you away. Wow, that was garbage.
Is that
Let's
not
go
on
back
the
now,
top?
let's go.
Quick guide. I guess I gotta go to the actual. I gotta go to the actual character sheet. I was using those tabs at the top that you had showed me.
Yeah, no, you can do that. It's under
I don't
checks, charisma.
Oh, I thought that was saves. Sorry,
Nope.
I only saw
You're
the save. Okay. Oh God. Does a 6 work?
A 6 beats a 2.
We're both lost. We're both just lost. Like,
It's
he runs into me,
almost
I
like
just trying to get away from
It's
you.
huge, y'all.
like flying through space and time. You're jerked out of the doors of this bathhouse and pulled along the street, and you feel the energy taking a right and then a left, and so you are kind of hopscotching between the eyes of all these various entities that are infected by this psionic infestation, and you're following it along the way, moving northeasterly through the streets of Yon'Cath. You're gonna need 2 more successes to successfully locate, FYI.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. The two strange creatures are up. So now, angry Mira. Let me double check something here. All right. So it gets closer to you. You should have let us out. Two massive claw swipes come in your direction. Ouch, that's bad. That is going to be a 19 and 18 to hit.
Did they hear Ona screaming
Definitely
through the
both
metal
hit.
hatch?
No, they didn't. I'm sorry. They just rolled a 2.
That's totally fine. I have a
That
plan
is-
for this.
The first one is only 2 as you dart out of the way, but then from the side and the darkness was hard to see coming. That's another 6. So 8 slashing damage total as they rake across your shoulders. And yeah, it stays there. It's hovering. It is pissed off at you. It is going to keep fighting you. Katori, for you, your mirror now, right at the edge where that pit is, it came down on the sewer right in front, and it slowly walks up to you. It is creepy seeing yourself. And from behind, it takes out this jagged, purple and grayish looking short sword and lashes towards you. Let us out! That is going to be a natural 1. It comes back. Ooh, it comes back a second time. It's a natural 20.
Ouch! Why?
Yeah.
I had the dodge. Lane.
No, that's good. I'll count both of those as the first one. It was a natural 1 and a natural 20, so that's a natural 1. Disadvantage on the second attack. That is a 12 to hit. Does that hit?
Negative.
Awesome. Okay, so as this short sword comes around right at your throat at the last second, you pull your head back. Some of your chin whiskers get sliced off. It slashes around towards your stomach. You suck in real quick. It is face to face with you. It does not like you. And that is the end of its turn. Katori, you're up. What are you doing?
It's me, right?
It looks exactly like you.
Push him into the hole.
Okay, so that is going to be a shove attack. So make an athletics check. And I'm going to make it's probably going to be acrobatics.
Nat 20.
Damn. Okay. That was a 13. All right. So you shove backwards. It goes over the edge, tips down, and you completely disappear from sight. And then a brief second later, you hear the wings echoing up from somewhere down below. You can't see him because he can't move when it's not his turn. All right. So, anything else?
Yes, I want to give Bardic Inspiration to Mira.
Okay. That is a D6.
That is a 1d6.
That is appreciated. Right
Yeah,
before she
it-
dies.
I think you might need it.
Yeah, if you could give me 1d6 hit points, that would also be helpful, but it's fine.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Is there anything in particular you say? You know I gotta ask.
I
Yeah,
feel like
I
you're
know
mad
you
at me
have
right
this.
now, because I did start this, so you can be rude.
Are you at least done with that thing up there? And I'm just gonna chuckle as, you know, the boon gets to her.
All right, you got it. Fill in. What are you doing?
I mean, I don't really have anything to do. Fabnai is dead. Ona is sitting on the hatch. I will. I'll probably actually walk over to my brother. Kind of stay like right here, and say, do you think it's necessary to tie him up like that? I mean, he was angry, but
He hurt Ona. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
You just
Yeah,
hear
true.
Ona in the background go,
I wonder what happened. I wonder why he's here. I wonder where
I
he
don't
went.
understand anything of what is going on. but-
I don't either. Do you know what's going on in the hatch? It tried
Absolute
to
chaos,
open
I assume.
behind me. Okay. Do you think we should go down there?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Alright, that's gonna be my take.
Okay, beautiful. Mira, what are you doing? You're face to face now with this thing.
Can I try to climb above it? Just up to
Sure.
the hatch.
Yeah. If you leave its space, you can trigger an opportunity attack.
I know.
You gonna take it? Because it's gonna take it. You can tell
Yeah.
from looking in its eyes. Yeah?
That's fine.
All right.
Oh,
That is a 17 to hit,
Uh-huh.
and that is going to be, oh good, another 2 slashing damage as it rakes across the cap as you scurry up the ladder, and you can get all the way to the top if you want.
Great, I'm gonna get to the top. Eldritch Blast down at it. The beam
Okay.
on it. Let's hope we got this hits, because, okay, yep. 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Great. 9 points of damage.
All right. So, arcane energy streaks down. You hear the impact with a sickening. It kind of caves in its shoulder a bit and slams it into the pipe, and it begins falling and spiraling down the rest of the pipe, directly towards Katori's head.
Sorry, Katori. And then I'm just gonna try to hit the thing above me.
Oh, you can hit it. Dong, dong, dong.
Yeah, just to hopefully indicate that maybe we need some help.
All right.
oh shit! Warn me next time.
Tior, you're up. What are you doing?
Right, well, now that the Vabnai situation seems to be settled, I will once again pull out, I'll pull out my longbow. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and just ready my longbow at the hatch in case it pops up or anything, and I'll just fire at the first thing that comes up.
Up goes the Ona.
Okay. You got it. All right, Donna.
Ona, is the beating of the Mira underneath strong enough to reverberate through the door to Ona's
Oh, yeah.
butt?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Say,
cool.
my strength is a -1, so if it's not, that's fair.
No, it can stop.
Ona is probably gonna be like, woo, and she's gonna do, you know, the Winnie the Pooh thing where he's like sitting, and when he gets up, he puts his two front paws down. He kind of like waddles up and like, turns. I want to do that motion with Ona's hands on the handle, and she's gonna kind of like lift it up a little bit. And,
What's the password?
Feel free to respond, Mira.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know, but we need help.
Oh. What kind of
Are
help?
you gonna take your shot, Tior?
Is
right now, Ona's
Mira
butt is
popping up?
right now. Ona's butt
I mean-
is into your space. I'm
Okay,
facing.
All right.
I am facing the door,
We're gonna have fun with
and
it.
I'm kind of like my butt's up, and I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
hello?
I think I'm actively trying to like fucking Ona.
Okay, you got it. All right, you two go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to clarify that. I like ready actions.
Do you want help as in you want to come up, or do you want help as in you want us to come down? Because I think that you coming up would be a better situation.
I'll come up, but we can't leave Katori down there.
Okay.
I'll kind of like lift the door up a little bit more and offer my paw out to Mira.
Now you see Mira, Tior. What are you doing?
I'll stay at on guard.
Mirror
Maybe-
uses Awakened Mind and it says, you better fucking not in your head.
And as she's pulling Mira up, I'm gonna scream past Mira and be like,
Katori, get your fluffy butt up here!
And then as soon as Mira is in the clear, I will once again close the hatch and then sit on it.
Okay, so Katori, you hear that. As you look up to see, you see this thing circling down, falling directly at you. Just to help make sure everybody's on the same page with what's happening all at once. Okay, and then the hatch closes behind. Vavnai.
I will also be like,
Hey, Tior, can you burn the arrow this way to help us shoot at the thingy so that Kitori can get his furry butt up here? Thanks.
If I could
All right,
hit with
give me
an
6
arrow,
seconds or so.
Give me 6 seconds or so. Boomts. Okay,
One.
so Vavnai, another charisma check.
All right, let's do it.
Ooh, that was a
Ooh,
12.
16.
Nice. Okay, so again, hopscotching neural network. You're in like a baker, and then you're in one of the accursed guard, and then you're in this little kid wandering down the street playing tag. It stops. You continue to go. You're getting further and further away from the bathhouse you were in.
I knew
But
that fucking kid was.
you're getting there. The signal is getting stronger, and you start to feel this obscene hunger and rage. All right, so this thing falling down, it rights itself just above your head, Katori, and it is going to attempt to shove you. That is only a 7, so you can make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to beat a 7.
all right, I didn't beat a 7, so I got a 6.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go. It shoves you down as it flies over your head. The wings slam into you. You fall back on, you fall prone on the sewer. Your head conks to the metal, and then some of that nasty gray water trickles in your ears as it shoots overhead. And then with this loud screech, once more, I need a wisdom saving throw. A loud screech, it dives into the darkness below, and then you hear them beating wings and screaming off into the darkness. But before that happens, 12. Okay, 12, you succeed. All right, so no effect, but they disappear into the darkness, and you hear beating wings and echoing screams get quieter and quieter somewhere deep below. Does anybody want to do anything else in initiative? Because otherwise, I'm pretty sure we're good here. We do need to resolve Vavnai's mind jump, but otherwise, that's it.
I will say.
I'll go to approach the hatch with Ona just to have an arrow at the ready.
I'll say that Mira's great hatch vibration kind of itches Ona's butt, so Ona's just kind of doing a little bit of a wiggle on the hatch. That's about it.
You got it. All right, so Katori, you are prone. I'm assuming you're going to try and get up out of the hatch, just to give you guys something to play with roleplay wise, and then we'll get to Vavnai's check.
Oh, it's twice that I've been knocked down. But I'm gonna slowly make my way up.
Can you climb up to the top? The hatch is closed.
A little. You know what? I'm gonna play my pan flute. I'm gonna wait until they open the hatch.
How does the tune go?
Just like a songbird, just like it's gonna build. It's gonna start off low, and then it's just gonna build louder, and just be like, doo, 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 repeating.
Okay. So, Ona, you hear this. Are you gonna respond to this?
Oh, I can hear it?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Cool, I can hear it. I'm gonna be like,
I hear a flute. Is that Kitori?
Oh, that bat is incredibly talented.
Should we... Mira, do you want to look?
Sure.
Ona will scoot off the hatch and kind of pull it back towards her. Just a little bit. Just enough for Mira to see into the...
And then I'm going to use Awakened Mind to say, is this actually Katori in his head?
Who other can play beautiful notes like this?
Okay, it's him. Let him go.
Ona open that hatch more, grab Katori's paw, and just rip him up here and close the hatch and then sit back down.
Hey, that last note when you grab me is going to be kind of bad, so sorry about
It's okay. I'm used to discordant notes. That's the entire called in kind way, so it's fine.
Well, maybe you recognize that note.
You do know my music.
All right. So, Fav and I, you feel it escaping. Give me another charisma check.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
No, ain't gonna be that one. That ain't gonna do it.
I
It's gonna
rolled.
be a 4.
I really wish you'd let me say it first, because I rolled a 3. So. Bullshit. So, darting through the streets, you jump into the mind, following the trail. You jump into the mind of what you know by now. The sonic signature is that of a faceless one, and then there it kind of cuts off. So you quickly wrap yourself in the garb of this entity, and use its senses to feel around, because it's really more of a feeling than a sight. And you turn to the left, and you're standing in front of what appears to be this large, well-kept storage building, warehouse maybe, with double doors on the front and ring pulls on the doors. And so you slowly reach out and open the door, and you can sense that it's dark inside, but in here you see, feel, connect with, resist the urge to connect fully with dozens of faceless civilians. You slowly walk in, and as you do, each of them kind of turn to you, turn their heads towards you. No eyes, no mouths. But as you do, they all reach up to the neck of their shirts, blouses, and pull down, revealing bare flesh to their rib cage. And in the center of their chest, you see the skin peel back. And where the rib cage sternum should be, there's just a hole of serrated bone. And then tendrils whip out in your direction, 1 foot long, and they kind of caress against this entity's skin. You continue to walk through, feeling the pull, feeling that urge. You make your way through this large rectangular room. There's doors on either side, but that's not where this is. And you know you only have limited time. And so you continue going towards the back door, opening up a couple more rooms, boxes, crates, things like that. And you see huddled, shadowed individuals, more of these faceless ones, but you can't quite make out what they're doing. They're kind of blurry in your mind's eye for some reason. You feel the urge, you turn right, and you continue walking down, and then there's one more large wooden door. You tug on it, and it doesn't give immediately. And so you put whatever force you can, this entity's strength behind it, and it kind of pops a bit. Opens up. Immediately, you see 7-8 feet off of the floor, this large ring of arcane symbols and multicolored hues shifting and dancing. The floor in front of you, past the doorway, there's several steps down. You can see it's about a foot lower than your current platform. But at the base of this is dismembered arms and legs and torsos and heads of all shapes and sizes and races and different types of creatures. And amongst all of it is this 3 or 4 inch sludgy, bloody, liquidy mess. As you're standing there, you feel the entity pull at you and try to seize your mind, to force you out or take over. I need a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, 21.
21. About 15, 20 feet in front of you, just beneath this arcane circle, in this bloody soup of dismembered body parts, you see a bulge begin to rise up in the blood. And as it slowly careens off of the eyeless, elongated, alien-like head, the face is revealed, the neck, the extremely large, wide, bulbous torso with multiple tentacles for arms. And there's a small cross-shaped line in the middle of its face. And it senses you. You can feel it looking at you in your mind. And the lips open at the four corners with hooked barbs coming out, and a long tendril lashes in your direction, and it pierces the head of this entity you're in, and you are slammed out. And you're once more drifting in the ethereal space of the psionic connection. What are you doing?
I run the fuck back home to my body and try not to lose everything that just scared the shit out of me.
Okay, so you can just think and you're there as long as you know where you're going. So
yeah,
you flash in, and your eyes pop open, and you're staring at the ceiling of this dark, dingy bathhouse, and you hear through your own ears your friends off to the left-hand side, their voices echoing in this dank chamber. The scene is y'all's.
I start screaming.
Immediately, I
Holy
turn my
shit!
bow to him.
Mad screaming, just like,
I
oh
jump-
shit!
I jump way back around this corner.
Someone just slap him. I don't have any fish on me.
Like I'm thrashing, like get off me, get off me, get off me, get it off me!
You're still bound.
You're not
fool.
thrashing that much, buddy.
Yeah, that one.
You're doing the shimmy.
Yeah, I'm shimmying the shit out of this. Like I'm like flexing.
Are you?
The fuck kind of question? What are you gonna do with that? You can't hit anything.
You tried to kill Ona.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I
I
still,
fire.
You did.
I still got
You
the
fire?
I still got the stuff up
Make
my
an attack.
nose.
It's range, so
No,
disadvantage because he's
I'm
prone.
bound. It's a critical. I'm bound. There's no way I can. I'm fully restrained. There's no way I could miss that, or he could miss that. He's right next
It's ranged from a distance. He's not right next to you.
How far are you?
No, I'm back at the hatch.
I'm right
Yeah,
now.
he's behind me.
Oh, you're right next to me. I got the. Oh. I didn't know if I had been.
That was a natural 18 and natural 19.
That's a hit.
Yeah, he hit me. No, you didn't.
What are you gonna hit?
That's 7 points in necrotic, mister.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's dead. Thank you.
It slams into your hip. You feel it scrape the bone as an arrowhead goes about 2 inches in, and then this pulsing, entropic pain courses throughout your body.
I curse every imaginable curse at you and say, for the first time since we have met, you actually hit something with a god-blessed arrow, and it's me!
Talk.
What the hell do you think I'm doing?
Screaming is what you're doing. Talk.
We're dead.
We're
We're dead.
Actually, we're alive.
Actually, we're alive. I was almost dead. I
What
almost
hap-
died, but I'm
what
right here.
happened to you?
Put the
You
bow down.
You were not you. You tried to kill Ona.
I still
Like-
have some of the poison snot up my nose.
He
How do we
kind
know it's you?
like Vav just kind of at this point like in his head he's still freaking the fuck out about what he saw. So he's just like, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead. I mean, no, actually he doesn't do this because he's like, we're dead, we are dead, we are fucked, y'all, we are dead.
What do you
it's
mean? Can you
bad.
use your words and explain?
Ona's gonna
Explain what you're trying to say right now.
Ona's
Because
gonna
we're not dead.
Ona's gonna scream across the room.
I know how to check. Vavnai, what's my favorite color?
Every color. Now untie me so I can show you.
Yeah, it's
Oh, and it's up
Vavnai.
to you.
Sounds like something a bad guy would say.
Sounds like something a Vavnai would say.
Heyo.
They're one and the same.
Oh god.
I'll only untie him if you give it the okay, Ona.
I just start moving.
Vavnai.
It's a
Last
good
test.
fucking knot.
Last test question. If we untie you, will you help me get all of the poison stuff out of my nose?
Yes?
Yeah, untie him. It's him.
All right, I go over and untie him very carefully. And
I like smack your hand away after you do it.
I take the arrow and just
Oh,
twist it a
jeez.
bit and then lift it back out.
I poison spray the shit out of you. Like, ow!
Constitution saving throw, Theor.
Like, I am an old man. What the hell are you doing?
It's a reflex.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah. So I'm just. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here now.
Can you explain for just
Not
a second?
Here.
Where then?
We're
Not.
relatively
here.
safe right here. There's
No, we're
there's
not.
nobody in here.
We're not safe. We are not safe at all. We are not safe at all. We are dead. We have
Then-
got to go.
Where do you suggest we go?
I don't
Go-
care.
Should we go back to our tavern that we were staying at, or should we?
The one
should
that
go
we
to
burned
the
down, or the one
guard?
with all the bird cages?
Not the one that we burned down.
The whole plan was to defeat the mind of the worms. That was why we
Yeah,
went down
don't we
there
need
in
to
the
find
first
the
place.
nest?
We need to find the
Oh.
nest.
Oh, I found the nest. Oh, I
How
found
did
the
you
nest.
find? How did you find
Oh,
the
and I
nest?
found
were
the mine.
In
I
the,
found the
in,
brain.
you weren't in the sewer.
Oh no, I found it all.
Great,
I
lead
found
us
it.
to it.
Oh no, I will not. Oh no, I will not.
What?
Why?
Why?
Like
Not right now.
I need Ona. I need a Ona.
I'm sitting over here. Just come. I have to sit on the hatch so the bad things don't come out.
Speaking of
Oh.
the bad things, what happened to those?
Oh, well, I pushed one down the hole because it was me. And
It was-
then,
Wait, it was you.
yeah, you know how there was the little girl and it changed into the bat?
Right.
Well, that bat changed into me. It was like looking in the mirror,
Oh.
but evil. It was-
Does that mean that now that it
Are you
changed
evil?
into you once, was it
no, I
was
pushed
it
it
you?
into the hole.
was it you when you pushed it into the hole? Is it still you right now?
Well, no, I
Are
pushed
you
it
you?
into the hole,
Is that
and
my
then
bad thing?
I heard the wings start flapping, and then the other one pushed me down into the muck again, and then it flew down the hole, and I guess
But-
tried to catch him.
But you're you. You're not a bad
You're
thing,
you.
right?
Of course I'm me.
Are
Who
we
else
sure?
could be me? Who else could be?
Apparently a bad thing.
Honestly,
Who else
Yeah,
could
but
be
he doesn't
Bavnai
have-
except for
he
evil
could look
Bavnai?
like me, but he's not me.
Okay.
I like grab Tior. Not like, well, I can't say not threateningly, but just be like,
Threateningly, but not. Non-lethal damage.
get us the fuck out of here.
I hear you, but where do you want us to go? Just out the door?
Do you want us to go
Like
to
I look
the
around,
guard
like
house?
because you can't forget, he has no idea where you've been.
True.
So he's like, why are we in a bathhouse?
Because we were in the sewers and now we're in a bathhouse because that's where we came up.
I'm sitting on a
your
hatch.
body with the drow from Mindbenders to watch over you.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
what happened with the old guy? Did you see him?
Did you murder his ass?
What did he say? He was supposed to watch out for you.
I don't know. I was with you in the sewers, and then I was with you again in the sewers. I don't know.
Yes, I appreciate that, by the way.
Look, alright, Vabnai, I sort of lead him over to the door and I take off the bar.
The doors are
doors-
kind of like busted
Oh,
open.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, they've already.
Yeah, I already busted those open. I did that.
Is there anyone around on the street as I look around?
Immediate vicinity, no. Again,
What?
people periodically pass by, but right now, especially after the doors and everything going on, no.
Look,
What
so
time of day is
When you
it?
grab Vabnai, like he is
Yeah.
shaking.
About noon.
Not like he's crying, shaking, but like he is just like nerves
panic,
are shot.
shaking?
Like nerves are shot shaking.
I clock this and I sort of take a breath.
Almost like somebody took an arrow, twisted it in his hip, and now he's even more freaked out.
Look, we want to hear what it is that you've experienced. Clearly, something has happened, and we want to get you into a place where you feel comfortable. Just help us, lead us to somewhere where you feel comfortable so we can help you.
I don't know where we have to go.
Well, where
I
do we have to avoid?
A warehouse.
A
A
warehouse.
Alright.
big warehouse. Where they're all at. They're all there.
All right.
And it is there.
It.
I have seen it.
I believe you. We'll talk about it elsewhere. Everyone, Ona, is there a way to just put something heavy over the hatch or something?
Are there any broken stone pieces of the bathhouse that I could just pick up and just drop on top of the hatch?
I'm just
Everything-
gonna say the bat people had a really hard time getting out. I don't think they can get out with the hatch as heavy as it is now.
Because I was sitting on it.
I think that they might not be as strong as we think.
Yeah, because I'm sitting on it.
Thank you for that, Ona.
Well, they did try to break through before you sat on it, and it didn't seem like they were able to.
Yeah,
So
but they kept
maybe
doing
Mira's
the
right.
slight
Maybe-
openings, but if they work together, then they could probably open it, but not while I'm sitting on it.
Well, then you can stay here and sit on it.
No.
This is
You
your
come
post.
together. Especially now, Ona.
I think
you're the one that can
we've
help.
had enough splitting.
Can one of you just break off one of the heads of the statue thingies so I can put it on top of the grate?
Does anyone have like a staff you don't need? Could we put something through the handle and hold it down maybe?
It's flush
And,
with the float.
So
Why don't you
just-
use? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick because you're looking around right now. There isn't anything obviously broken. Again, it's old, it's dusty, but in relatively good condition. As far as the hatch itself, there are a couple of holes on either side that line up when it's closed that could be used to lock it if you had something with which to lock it.
Got it.
I don't know if I have anything to lock something.
Why don't one of you with blasts of eldritch energy take the head off one of these statues or something?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I could go at it with a sword, but I might be here for a while.
Mira is gonna cast minor illusion and make a lock, but no one can see, and put it on.
Okay. You got
Have
there is
perception
now.
10. Oh, wonderful! Amazing!
Found it in my bag. It's really convenient. Here you go. I'll put it on. I'm not gonna get. I'll just do it.
Okay, you got it. There's an illusory lock on the hatch.
All right, with that settled, let's get out of here. Yes.
Should we just go back to our rooms? Back at the roost, I think it was called.
Would we? I don't know how far away we are from that. If that's
I
close, certainly.
have no idea. I don't
Perhaps we
want
would-
to get another room.
No,
I
but
when
we already
perhaps we
have
could
one.
find an alleyway or something, just somewhere to rest up.
Maybe somewhere not in an alleyway. Maybe somewhere more public where there's more people.
I think
Like the
we deserve
marketplace
a
where
walk.
nothing
Yes.
happened.
Well, okay, maybe you're right.
Do
I
we recognize
don't
where we
know
are
if
at
we
all?
need to be
Do we,
alone right
step
now.
outside?
No, none of y'all have been in these back alleys here in this kind of like a merchant quarter, but y'all aren't familiar with it.
How tall are all the rooftops?
Anywhere from 100 to 300 feet tall.
Damn.
Well, we can just walk until we find
we could-
something.
Well, we can see if we
Yeah.
can find a guard or flag someone down that knows where we are and see if they can give us directions back.
So
Walking talk.
about this time, Pav and I would just pretty much just sit on the steps and just breathe. After some time, he's was so panicked just being outside, just breathing. He would stop shaking.
You as you sit down and you take those deep breaths, you feel that familiar pull on your mind once more. I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh God, it's still in me. Oh God.
And I
Well, I
fucking-
don't know where you thought it went.
You
I know,
you
I know.
immediately get the sense that you have temporarily wrested control.
14.
14. Okay. So you feel it enter your mind. You feel it create the urge. You get the urge to get up and start walking. But being as attuned to it as you are, you're able to push it down. As it fades, you
Hold
get
that.
the sense that I was gonna say as it starts to fade. You can say what you're gonna say. As it starts to fade, though, you get the sense that it is not attempting to take you. It is attempting to beckon you.
I knew you were gonna come there. I look at Tior and I say, if you want to know, follow me. And I will take you directly to it.
Oh no.
Because it is still in my brain. And I will just start walking,
Oh no, we'll kind of
following it.
like quick do a 4-legged jog up to Vavnai and then like scoop him up onto her back and just
Point the way, buddy.
I'm like, oh god. And I just, alright, let's do it.
This is not what we're doing right now. We just came
Wait,
out of the
yeah.
sewers. We are not going after this
Wait,
creature.
we need to rest. We need to understand.
I'm gonna show you
This
where
is
to
the
find
worst
it.
idea I've ever heard. We need to
I'm
take a
going
break.
to show you.
I
How-
think we need to get it out of your head. That's
I
what we
don't-
need to do.
Yeah, y'all can do whatever. I'm just Vabnize. I will show you.
I want
where
to. I want to
find it.
reiterate.
But the
I
whole
want to
thing.
reiterate that the drow, told us in order to get it out of his mind, we have to destroy the thing. We have to destroy.
Yeah,
it.
but
We are not in any position right now to destroy whatever this is that has him so freaked out. And I'm concerned as to why he suddenly was so afraid and then now he just wants to take us to it. That doesn't make sense.
He's got the magic touch.
At
He
the very
just-
least,
he just said it's still in his head, right?
In him. No.
at the very
And
least, it seems like we are at the beck and call of Vavnai. He's the one who is going to determine what happens next. And
He-
if we need to follow him for him to tell us what the hell is going on, then I'm following him.
But do we want to come face to face with this creature before we've even sat down for a second and talked about it?
No, but it would be good to know where it is.
I mean,
We're not going in though, because
do we
I will
want to
die.
leave him by himself so he could just go without us being around in our
Well,
resting state?
we would never see him. I mean, we
Just-
could tie him up again.
Okay, something we also haven't considered. Just because we're following Vavnai towards where the thing is doesn't mean we have to let him go all of the way there. I'm
Yeah,
sure
we'll go inside.
I'm sure at this
But-
point he can sense how close or how far it is from whatever is telling him to go places, so if it starts getting too strong, then we just stop before it gets even stronger and we get towards the entrance to the place.
Yes.
But there's
Right,
no
my
guarantee
fear
that
is
he
that-
will be able to stop.
Right, that it's going to be too powerful at that point.
Well, that's where we come in, isn't it?
And so we're
Yes,
just going to
I'm
tie him up again?
Not feeling super
Then-
hot though.
We tie him up, we knock him out, whatever we need to do. But we
Stab
are
him
the
in the hip
defense
again.
mechanism here. Yeah, stab him again.
The
I've
other
already
hip.
made a little easy spot.
You have to make sure it's the other hip so that it's even.
Or you just poke the already wound. Okay, yeah, we have a plan. It's fine.
All right, let's go.
So while y'all are discussing all this, I reach into my bag and like pull out a quill and like a little pot of ink and try to hold it, not spill it on Ona, and immediately just start like just drawing the creature that I found, like in my head. Like I can't get it out of my head.
You got like chest up in that blood is what you got.
Yeah, that's what anything and everything I can show from when that thing came out of the ground and before it fucking just tentacled me right in the head. Like that's all I'm getting to show. Like the worst part of this thing, if possible, and as much clarity as I can recall.
Sure, I mean you can remember it pretty clearly. It
I would
was
say that's
kind of a
pretty
thing.
pretty traumatic.
Kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just start trying to attempt to draw this like maddeningly, while periodically just pointing.
Left. Another left.
All right. So, traveling through the alley, you take the first right and you continue on. After not too long, Vavnai, you get that. Okay, let me back for 1 second. Since you are traveling in that direction, you are essentially heeding the call. It's not attempting to beckon you. It has settled down as you're doing this. Your mind being hyper aware, even focused as hard as you are on scribbling this portrait, you sense the nearby connections, much like you did before. You sense them in the atmosphere around you of faceless ones, or worms or some of those small spawn creatures, you're not sure. But there are multiple just up ahead. And you remember bouncing through their minds all along the path. It's just scattered with them. So if y'all want to proceed down this path 100% fine, Vavnai, you would know that you risk discovery and danger if they are going to be aggressive towards you. And so y'all would have to attempt to sneak through.
I would point in the general area at this area and be like, now they're surrounding us. We are in danger.
What's your call? Do we find a place to rest or do we run?
I hand you the paper.
What the fuck is this?
That is your brain.
On drugs?
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it. I thought it as soon as I said it. I was like, oh, it's like the scrambled egg dude.
You've gotten it out of my mouth.
Like, that is the creature we seek. Right before it killed me, that is what I saw.
Right.
That is what controls my head right now as we speak.
Okay. Great.
We are in danger.
Yes, it appears so.
Do you recognize where we are right now?
Great question.
Vavnai knows where you are relative to the bathhouse and the ultimate goal. Yes. Now, if you deviate from that, Vavnai, you would know that you could attempt to try and kind of pathfind your way a different way, but you'd be exposing yourself to the influence of this creature, whatever that may do, because you were remembering, and then now you're trying to find a new one, so you'd have to basically chart a new path. So that is an option, but you can continue along the same path you took before, following it, essentially, but you know what awaits you there, so...
What I meant was, are we going farther away from our known place, like, of Yon'Cath?
Yes, you're getting deeper into the heart, the off the beaten path streets and alleyways.
Vavnai.
Of course we are.
If we want to get this thing out of your head, we need to kill this monster, and if we can even attempt to kill it, we need to be at our absolute finest form. We need to rest. At least for an hour or two. But I don't know how to do that safely.
There is no safety. We're all dead.
With that
We're not
attitude,
going on a suicide mission now, so...
That's a bit dramatic.
what are we? Some sort of suicide squad?
Yep, there it is.
That's the name. That's us. Suicide Squad.
How bad are we looking, friends?
Oh, we're not looking good.
I look fine. I'm still,
I'm okay.
A little muddy, a little damp, and still got sewer on me.
We're
Drained.
Not
Big
only,
bad, buddy.
Okay.
not only does Ona smell, but Ona smells. One of her eyes is a little swollen, just having some sort of allergic reaction to something. She has both sewer smell and also the weird poison spray stuff gooping out of her nose. And she's essentially she's carrying Vavnai on her back on all fours, but she's kind of limping with one leg. She's not doing great in any sense of the word.
And I don't know how your magic works, any of you, but do you have a good amount of magical ability left?
I'm a little tired.
I could use a nap.
Just a nap, not a night.
Not asleep.
I mean,
What
I
if we
could
find-
use a full bear sleep.
Yeah,
But I would-
could use a full sleep.
I would still do just okay with a nap too.
But do we think
I don't know.
Let's
do we
find the
think that
place.
even after a nap we would be able to go up against this thing like the way that we are? Should we ask the god for help now that we have the drawing of it?
There are no gods. They're all
Ex-
embattled
ex-
at the moment.
Where?
Everywhere. The city is under siege by the
What are the point of
creatures as we
these? And I
speak.
show my bracelet.
I think we're on our own.
At this point, they're as useful as to collect the dead.
Great.
All right. Okay. All right. We need to find somewhere for at least an hour so we can rest and strategize.
More than an hour, probably, though.
I don't know if we can afford more than an hour.
Mira's gonna die. Okay. Do we tie Vavnai up while we do that? What's
While
the
they're
plan?
all talking about this, I'm now looking for a place, like at
I was,
least one
I was
that's
gonna say, I'm like,
decent.
I'm looking, I'm not moving anywhere, but I'm just kind of looking around and seeing if there are buildings that look abandoned but vacant.
Even on the second floor, because I can
Yeah.
help with that.
Just
Even
somewhere.
if we can't get
that's
on the
away.
first floor, if it's a little bit up off the street, I'll help people.
Yeah. Our options are limited. He kind of has like a shake of his head and a little mental clarity. The city is under siege as we speak. The creatures are everywhere. They are enveloping. They are fighting. The gods are scattered. This was an unprepared fight. If we find the gods, we might be able to convince them we know where the host is. Even now, it battles me to regain control. I am not your safe place. No matter what happens, you must remember that. And I'll try immediately to like scribble out where we have to go from here before this thing takes back over, because I don't know when that'll be.
I think in that
would you
case it
mind?
would be safer to tie you up then.
Yeah, would you mind
Like,
if we tied you
yeah,
up?
or
Do what you must. Just leave my hands here.
I'll wait. I'll wait until he's done with his drawing, and then I'll tie his hands
With
behind
his
his
art.
back again.
Like, as best I can think about where this telepathic link is, like arrow, squiggle, circle, like, you know, it could be
Football.
5
Really?
miles.
Football
Go
map.
up, left,
Go
right,
down and
left,
out,
up,
down
up.
and
Yeah, yeah.
Does Vavnai end up getting any ink on Ona?
Oh, probably. I'm like shuffling, shifting the ink pods, like, oh, she doesn't notice. So sorry, that'll buff out.
I was gonna say, if Ona ends up noticing any of the ink, like, just one of them flies over and drops on her paw, she's gonna be like, oh, okay. And then prestidigitation, she doesn't smell anymore. She's like perfect and clean, no marks,
Nice.
doesn't smell, everything's
Nice.
fine. She's still limping, but everything's good.
All right, so I need a perception check with advantage from somebody as y'all search for a place.
Kitori, since you're actually walking around and I'm literally just viewing from spot, I don't want to mess up Vavnai's beautiful, beautiful artwork.
$13.
Okay, so glancing around, it's kind of hard to tell what is and is not abandoned unless you wanted to actually go up to buildings. So that being said, deeper here in the back alleyways and things, there are more than a handful of abandoned, either permanently or temporarily vacated buildings. You can't seem to find any that are open, except you come across a home that is obviously occupied but vacant, and the door is unlocked, so you wouldn't have to break in here. There's another abandoned home and an abandoned, well, it looks to be like an old like corner shop, relatively small part of the much larger building. You could break into either of those if you, well, you could probably break into either of those. You could try to break into either of those if you wanted to do that. Or somebody left their door unlocked as they rushed out of the home earlier today. Up to you.
All right, so I'm gonna tell them. I said, all right, there's a unopened house there. There's it looks like a vacant house over there, and that shop looks vacant as well. Does any of them look like more strategical? Like, I say strategical, but that's not a word. I don't know if anyone out there knows that's not a word, but it isn't.
I wanted to say it before Joey did.
Yeah, I wanted to get ahead of the curve. What looks like the best place for defending, whether we have to break in or not.
The corner shop would have the best sight lines. The occupied house has the most places to hide with furniture and all that. Your call.
I like sight lines.
Yeah, I don't know if there is any hiding. I think sightlines are important.
I was gonna say, what
Yeah.
kind of shop is it? Do we get food?
There's a couple of empty counters and
fish.
bars and some chairs and tables, but any stock that it had has been cleared out.
Damn.
Yeah,
Rude.
sounds like a good one to me. So I'm gonna go and like cat burglar, glass,
Emphasis
Inside.
on the burglar.
open the lock, and then go through.
Okay. So definitely wouldn't be a lock-picking check with thieves' tools. But what we can do is you can give me a sleight of hands check to use your nails to cut a hole in this silently without busting in the glass on the door.
12.
Okay, so you scratch your nail against it and like a 3 or 4 inch section just kind of busts out, and so you have to kind of like break out the rest to get your hand in there and get your lock. But you do unlock the door.
Sweet. Meant to do that. Like, I'm just gonna continue, just like, and then I'll just, all right, get the rest of it out the way. There we go. Yeah, let's after all of you.
Should have spelled your name Key.
Why?
Yeah, so after everyone goes through, if everyone's gonna come in, I'm gonna shut the door again, and then
With the giant hole in it.
yeah, I mean
I was
it's the
gonna
glass.
say
It's fine.
I wanna see Katori put the glass back in the little section as if nothing's happened. I really want
And then
that.
I'm gonna do. I am probably one of the most, I guess, well-to-do. I say well-to-do, meaning I'm full of life. I'm gonna go check the whole thing.
What do you mean
Is there an
check?
upstairs? Like, is there an upstairs? Is it a first floor only? Is there
There's a
back-
locked door in the back of the shop. It's just a single room shop right now, but it is part of a much larger building. The
Open.
door in the back of it, it's locked. You can attempt to open it, but it's just
I'll
a wooden
join
door.
you, Katori. Oh, I'm fairly alright as well, and I'll just sort of take some deep breaths and get some second wind up in here.
Vera finds a corner to just go lay in because she needs a minute.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. So, as of right now, at least, we'll see what happens as I roll these 2 die. As of right now, y'all are planning on taking a short rest.
Yes, a short rest.
Okay.
Sorry, Mira.
Katori, I need a. Well, do you have a lockpicking set?
I do not. I do have a dagger though.
Unfortunately, I don't think you have the skill to use a dagger to pick a lock. However, you could try to find an alternate way to get in the door, but you would need a lockpicking set or a key to get into this particular door.
What is the door made of?
It's wood,
We could
like
burn
an
it
ash.
We can burn it down.
down. A controlled blaze, if you will.
Vavnai is good at those.
It's true. I mean, I can also light a torch.
Do we want to create like smoke or
Probably
like a
not, probably not.
smell?
Right, you're right.
I say just break it down. Just kick it a little bit.
And make a bunch of noise.
Kick it softly. Does anyone have a pillow or like a cloak?
Does it? All right. So
I
I'm gonna
am a
inspect-
pillow.
Is it like firmly?
Have Ona bang her
shut?
butt against it.
Is it firmly shut, or is there like small cracks? Can I feel any kind of breeze going underneath the door? Like, is it open like that? Is it stale? Like, I can't feel anything, can't see anything.
Give me a perception check.
Also, is there like a spot for a key?
There is.
Yes, a 12.
Okay.
Pretty
I'm
good.
gonna pull out my mystery key and use it to try to open it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't you have to roll 100 on that or something?
Yeah, there's a 5% chance that we'll open it, so.
All right. Well, you can just roll a d20 then, if you prefer,
Okay.
and on a 20, it'll open.
You still have.
It's not. Nope, didn't work.
Okay. And what happens to the key when it doesn't work?
It's fine. Just disappears once it does.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So, key, this strange, peculiar-looking key. Mira just kind of quickly. No. Puts it away and then goes back over to her corner.
It's all right. I'll rest with my back up against the door, and we'll just sort of keep watch, right?
You sure you want to do that, buddy?
And Ona kind of like sizes Tiora up a little bit and then like looks at herself.
If you would like the honor.
Ona just kind of plops down in front of the door and starts making
All
herself
right.
all cozy. Props
anyone
Bavnai up
like to-
against her and just starts petting him.
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm more calm, but still kind of just distant. But it's mostly going to be tie me back up. No matter what happens, just remember I love you guys.
I'm so mad. I hate it.
Except for you. And I look at Tior.
Oh.
Because it's like, except for you.
That's fair.
No, and I look at Ona and I just start telling her everything I saw. I tell her everything. I just, like, not word salad, but like, they're attacking the front. I like everything, the fight scenes, the different creatures I saw, the mind creature, the pool, the blood, the everything. But like, I saw it all. I was there, I was in it. So like, as he's tying me up, this story is just coming out.
Despite the carnage and gore within this story, Ona's slowly falling asleep to Bavnai's story.
Which is business as usual, just
Yeah.
so you're aware.
Yeah, literally, I have a good night story every night from Bavnai, so this is normal.
And from my past, this is a normal, like, edited story. Like, the details are not that far.
During the rest, I'll chat with Katori and anyone else who'd like to talk. But I'll go up to Katori. Like, so what is our plan for this? Let's say we go to this nest or hive or whatever. This creature looks fucking terrifying, and I don't. What I do is necrotic energy, and I have a feeling that it won't be terribly receptive to it. And I suppose I can just sort of do normal damage, but if it bleeds like actual normal blood, I'm going to pass out.
On the picture, did he draw everything? Did he like label it? Or is it just black and white on the parchment?
This is
Obviously,
the tongue.
there was a
This is
pool.
the eye.
No, it wouldn't have been labeled or anything. It would have just been the image in his head, which would have been the pool, as best like pool, but like just the bulbous head, the creature, the tentacles,
Right.
the tendrils.
Okay.
Like that would have been the focal point. Everything else is just kind of blurry.
So the pool and the creature. So you wouldn't have drawn the arms and legs and heads.
Oh, it? No, not of the pool. Not in the pool. No.
Okay.
It
I just wanted
been
to.
like-
I wanted to know before I answered because I was gonna try to
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been
reason
anything like
with
that.
your like. There might be
No,
some blood there.
just the creature. No, I mean I would have told everybody that it was in a pool of body parts.
Oh,
When
Yeah.
I explained the story of what's going on, yeah, like all of that, everything
detail.
Joey told me, all those details would have been explained. The warehouse, all the creatures, the chest opening, the ribbings, the tendrils, all of it.
all right. So we're gonna have a talk, but also I'm gonna be looking around the place because I'm
Yes, of
looking
course.
for the key, and I'm gonna be looking specifically at anything that's been moved recently or anything that like has less dust on it or anything like that, like books, shelves next to the door. If there's anything that looks like a like where they would do the transactions around there, any drawers or anything like that. Specifically, that's what I'm looking for, to see if there's like a book with a hole in it with a key, or a drawer with a key, or like any kind of hidden like hiding spots.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And then feel free to talk.
8. Yeah. All right. So I am in the same boat. Honestly. I am kind of tapped out at the moment. So I will be right there with you, friend. I will say, from the vividness of which Vavnai explained, there will be some blood. Whether of us or them. Do your best to keep that chin up. Focus. All we can do is trust that the people that are with us will have our backs as we theirs in the heat of battle.
Right, well, if this is our last rest together, it has been a pleasure meeting you all.
Likewise.
Phelan, if you die here, Father will never let me hear it, so you're staying safe.
Sounds like you better not let me die.
It's quite real.
Anything else on this short rest?
If Vavnai explained the whole like chest tendril thing, I want to go up to him and just ask if he's checked his own chest.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Oh yeah, you're tied up.
Like I'm tied up, but like
I'm gonna undress Vavnai.
Okay.
cold.
So much sexual tension in this campaign, y'all.
Honestly,
So
it's
I want to ask Vavnai.
Well,
If
hold on.
we
Let her see what she sees
Oh,
first.
sorry.
Give me a medicine check.
Great, I get +0, but 18.
Okay. So, Vavnai has a relatively peculiar physiology as it is. However, being humanoid, it's pretty easy to make general heads or tails, and you don't see a opening or a missing sternum or tendrils coming out of Vavnai's chest. It is smooth. Every now and then you'll see this strange kind of skin-colored scale-like patch on his skin, but otherwise it appears relatively normal, human, elf-like.
All right, that feels invasive, and then I'm just gonna button it back up.
If I'm showing up right as she's all doing this, definitely gonna make a comment and just be like, "Oh, someone cares about someone else."
I would never, just myself, and then I just walk away.
That deserves a good hearty chuckle as I sit down.
It's very nice. Vavnai, I need a charisma saving throw. You feel the entities searching for you, probing, and then it sees you, and then it begins to beckon.
17, motherfucker, piss off.
Okay, you're able
It
to
gets,
shield.
it gets a mental middle finger.
You got it. You're able to shield yourself temporarily. However, it does not seem satisfied, as it can tell you are no longer hearing it. The bond is not getting stronger, and so you feel it's a good bet. As long as you stay still or move away, you will be getting contacted.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Well, I wanna talk to Vavnai real quick.
oh, go ahead.
All right. So my question to you is more, I guess, invasive. I want to know more about this link that you have. Would he be able to tell just by reaching out whether or not we are them?
Whether you are them?
Because do you think we can look like the faceless ones and go in as a...
I don't know. I believe it controls through its worms. Those are extensions of itself. The one that is in my head, it knows where it is at all times. At times I can sever the link, but I do believe it always knows where parts of itself are.
Right.
You being beside me, I don't know if it can... I don't know.
Would it be able to look through you and know I'm not him?
Oh, if it took control again, yes. As it is trying to do as we speak. Yes.
But is it a full control of everyone at all times? Or is it a mindless, like, give you an order and then you carry out said order?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. DM, would I feel like it was more mandated orders, or is it a full control of everything that's going on? Like
It's like a network.
like minions, like y'all attack that, and then I'm focusing over here.
Yeah, so when you intercede and break into your own mind or break into another, you're kind of like a Trojan horse as far as a virus.
Yeah.
And think of a computer network, kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's constant information going back and forth.
Yeah,
So you're saying a simple costume, if you will, won't work against him, but it might work against its minions.
when I entered its chamber, it tried to control by taking over the link. It knew the creature was inside this body. When it could not establish the link, it killed the body. It killed me. If you can sever the link, I believe the body will return to the original owner as long as the link is separated.
Right.
However you would be able to do that, I don't know. But for it to know you, I assume it would have to look upon you, and it would know you are not of the web that it has woven.
But you also said that there are many of the faceless things.
Any.
So we would have to get by them first and then it. So my thought was to look like them first. Get past the guard. And then obviously it won't work on him, but we already passed the faceless ones. We don't need it to work anymore.
There are enough of them around us in this area that they already know, I believe, that we are not of them. But they have not come after us, so I don't know. Perhaps it is waiting for us. Perhaps it is not afraid of us, and we can use that. Maybe we don't have to go through the front door. I'm not sure, my friend.
I'm going to take some visual cues from everyone because I'm not hiding this conversation. Can everyone hear this? Everyone close enough to hear this conversation?
Yeah, small shots.
Yeah.
So.
Ona's asleep.
All right. Well, Ona's out.
Ona's
but
just calm.
Ona might wake up disguised as a faceless one. Very gentle.
I don't think that's an awful idea, but I don't believe that these creatures rely terribly much on sight. And eating even the minions, the worms.
But they still act like they can see.
that they
Did you,
Yeah,
can
but
did
they-
you not see them turn their head when?
Yes, they
were
can
looking
see,
at
but,
you?
but
Oh,
I,
yes. You see without eyes, though. Just as a bat can see without eyes.
I-
It's a
I
different
don't- yeah.
sense altogether that I could see you in, that I could hear you in. I don't understand what it was, but I could hear you. I could see you.
Right. So
Uh,
just because it doesn't have eyes doesn't mean it wouldn't be able to see that we look like it.
Right, but I don't know if they rely on their eyes to verify who is and isn't them.
Well,
Yeah,
if
it seems like
if
they're
they're
pretty
connected by the
psychic.
yeah, if they're connected by the brains and we aren't part of that connection, they could probably sense that we are not one of them. They probably, if they know enough to beckon Vavnai to them, they would know, right, that if we are right in front of it, that we are not one of them because we are not part of the things that they are beckoning.
My question is, what does
Right?
it want? What does this creature, the Nexus being, what does it actually desire?
I mean, my only guess would be, like, to take over the city because
I
it's
would
infecting
turn-
everybody.
I would turn to you and just say everything.
Then what if, I mean, this might be an absolutely ridiculous idea, but this is the city of patrons and pacts and powerful beings talking to mortals. What if we presented ourselves as converts, as people who wanted to help this creature take over this city, who wanted to be this creature's lieutenants on the ground?
But that would probably require getting infected.
That might
I-
get us in the door.
We might be able to get in the door with it, but as soon as we get in, there'll be. I have the feeling that we would say something like, "We want to be part of your plan to take over the city," and they'd be like, "Okay, here's a worm. Swallow it.
It's a
Be
good
part
idea.
of us."
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I don't see that going very well.
It was just a thought.
Vavnai, make another Christmas saving throw.
We're going up against a giant psychic creature with a hive of other psychic creatures. I don't know if there's any way to finagle our way through. I think
I
this
mean,
might...
unless we want to get ourselves captured and taken in, but then I don't know how we would stop ourselves from being infected if we're
Right,
in the midst of them. And I don't know if there's a way to sneak in because they're everywhere.
right.
18.
Okay, I also need you to give me an insight check.
I mean, I think our best bet might be to find like someone from the god that's not busy and let them know what's happening with this
10.
creature. Maybe they can spare like a couple people to come and like yes, it sucks that the city is being overrun, but if we found the source, maybe they'd be willing to help kill it.
So, once again, the connection is forced. You rebut it, but this one is different. A second. Let me roll a contest against your insight. This one is different. This one doesn't feel like it's relaying an urge to you. It doesn't feel like a beckoning call. Your mind is temporarily, briefly flooded with images that you can't quite make sense because you instinctually you put up the barrier in your mind to protect yourself. Knowing this, you can either choose to rebuff it or allow the images to come through. What do you do?
I'll allow images through. Filter them as slowly as possible, but ultimately they'll come through.
So, overlaid in your mind's eye, you see Tior and Phelan talking, and we see you all. You see them as you were discussing. What does it want? Why this? What is it after? And as their words fade in and out, Tior, what does it want? What does it want? What does it want? You see obviously a mage of some type, long flowing cloaks, high filigree. You can sense that it is infected, but it has a normal face. It carries itself normally as a normal human sentient being would. except is willfully walking up into this door that you opened and saw this entity. And as it does so, it steps into the blood. The arcane runes flare up, and then you feel that strange, abject loneliness, that disparate disconnection, as this warlock is stripped of its connection with its patron. And then you feel that energy surge outward and flare in the arcane circle, and it glows brighter. And then the door swings closed, the body crumples, and your vision is taken through the door, and you see several more warlocks lined up behind it to enter.
I
And
tell
then
everybody everything.
their voices fade back in.
I yell, "Shut up!"
What?
Ona, we can get rid of our contract. It's the way.
What are you talking about?
By
I
taking
don't
a
know, he's staring
worm.
at Ona.
Oh no,
Ona's,
wake up!
Ona's past the fuck. What?
Ona, it's how it'll remove the patron contract.
Who?
That's what it does.
What?
The being.
The being? The bloody one or the wormy ones?
The bloody one.
Oh, so we need to go, is what you're saying.
And Ona's just like slowly rubbing her eyes, yawning. She's kind of stretching. Vavnai slowly starts falling.
Wait,
and she
wait.
comes back.
Yes.
Wait.
It can sever the contracts.
But are you saying that it was severing contracts with people who were already infected?
No. No, they're
Because-
lined up.
Didn't Corin Blackfoot didn't they tell us that people's pacts are being broken against their will?
Yes,
What if?
forcefully.
What
Yes.
if this is that? What if these warlocks are not being possessed but are being influenced against their will to rid themselves of their patrons?
I context.
And
Well,
then
what if
they
it beats patron, like the magic binding?
That's
What
where
if
it's
we
getting
can
its
see that?
warriors. It sounds like when you strip yourself of a contract, you become so weak that you crumple to the ground. And then what is it for a worm to invade someone's body while they're uninhabited?
but do we know
Real quick. Vavnai, what exactly did you tell them about what you saw? Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff that I described to you, and all I heard you say to Ono was...
Yeah, I didn't tell them that part.
I got excited.
well, I thought you
bad.
said that you said everything.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
heard.
I'm making sure.
No, you're
I
right.
just told everything to
I forgot
Ona,
what I
who
was saying because
sleeping.
I'm like trying to jumble everything
Okay.
around.
Okay.
No, because I was like, oh, I would have looked at. All right. Yeah, no, as y'all were
Okay.
asking, bombarding all these questions, yeah, I would have said exactly what I saw. I saw a line of
Okay.
warlocks, I see all these arcane ruins, I see all this flaring up, the crumpling body, and then what could be assumed to be the patron contract unraveling.
I context.
So yeah, I would have told that. I would have called that.
And that also just make sure I was clear, as the arcane runes flared with each time this happened, they grew stronger.
It seems like it's gaining power each time this happens. So although I understand, in theory, your plight and your desire to rid yourself of your contracts,
Yeah, Makira's
Right,
a
we don't want
dick.
to.
right?
Yeah, but we don't want to give this guy more power
Right.
just
And
because
you're-
you want to get rid of yours.
And your
Right.
power right now relies on your pact.
Right.
What would we do if you went in there and you lost it and we'd be like, okay, I'll punch you to death.
Right.
That
What good is anyone
sounds
without
like
a
an
pact?
insight check.
But It's a
Oh,
way
brother.
in. It's a way in.
It is.
But the thing is,
I mean,
is
we have
like-
a lot of warlocks, so
but,
yes.
but do we know whether or
I
not
like that idea.
those were influenced and infected? Because if the way that you described it, it sounds like they step in the door and their pact is gone. There would be no room for negotiation or fighting back.
This is true.
One way to find out.
What if I go
I
in?
don't want to find out.
This is
What
not
if-
the way.
What if I go in? There's nothing for him to take from me.
We know you don't have a patron.
We're
God, Tio,
aware.
shut up about it.
No, I'm serious.
I'm over there like,
What
yes,
happened?
we're aware.
What could he possibly take from me?
Your soul, your life, something.
But you know,
Your glorious hair.
runes are designed to be.
Now
He
kiss.
could flirt with you? That could be weird.
All I'm saying is it might cause enough of a speed bump or distraction to be a catalyst for something.
For
But
the
if you say,
Nuncio and the back
no,
door.
but if you say that this is like, I'm just stuck on that it happens instantaneously when you walk in the room. According to you, it's not like the creature's reaching out and touching someone. You walk in the room, those lights, whatever they are, flash, and then you lose your pact. Even if you walked in and we walked in right after you, they might be confused about you, but we would still lose our pact the second we walk into the room because it's not the creature, it's whatever those lights are, right?
What?
It's like
I have-
it's like
I have
a
a
I
it's
don't
like
have
magic.
a problem with that, actually.
So I know he
I don't see
explained-
that going well.
He explained the warlock, right, or the wizard, or whatever he saw, and it stepped into the blood, right?
Into the room.
Did it step into the room or into the blood?
The whole room is filled with blood, right?
Bev.
So what if he is in the blood? We already know that they could get small worm. What if he's just lying in the blood? These people are walking in the. He is touching them.
Let's get the
Bad
bat
night.
people. Let's go on their back. They can fly us in.
Bad Night, do you know the name of this creature? When you were in the hive mind, did a name ever come to your mind? If I said the name
I think names are a thing.
Athuldus to you, does that ring any sort of bells?
Does it?
You never communicated in the verbal way. You never got to name anything.
When Ona and I were chasing that merchant that exploded into all those worms, we asked who he worked for, and he said he worked for Athuldus and that he knows me. What if?
So you
Did you
What
go out
if-
for everyone else?
What if he's waiting for you?
Right, okay, hear me out. I don't know if this is a dumb idea or not. What if I go into that line, and instead of pretending to be a warlock that he can take power from, what if I ask him to give me power? Weaken himself by putting power in me, which would hopefully take away some of that arcane energy,
Not
so
enough.
that you guys could go in without getting absorbed.
Buddy, I
But
know
why
you're
would
desperate.
he give his power to you?
Buddy,
Because
What make-
why else is he gathering all this power? Why is he breaking?
For himself.
Ona just
Of
puts
course,
a
he
paw
wants to
on
be this. He wants
Tior.
to be a patron.
Ona just puts her paw
But he's
on
getting-
Tior and is just like,
buddy, I know you're desperate, but I don't think you're that desperate to
No,
take that much power from him.
I don't mean I would actually make a pact. I don't even know if
But the thing
it would
is
work.
like,
If he
if
can,
this creature is what's controlling those little worms that infect you, he already has followers. He has the whole city at this point.
on the secondary, if this person creature thing is the one that's unwillingly taking powers from people, there's no telling that he can just make a pact with you unwillingly.
Especially if he's not a god. I know you want a pact, and I want to get you
no,
one,
it's
but
not
I
a
don't.
pact. It's
I
not a
don't
pact.
think that this creature would be the thing to give you power if it's specifically its whole thing is taking power away and
Yeah, but
infecting people with STDs.
It infects people with worms, and it has controlled the city. It's created an entire city of its minions, and yet it still just gets more and more power. It needs to have loftier goals than this. I think.
Well,
it
maybe
wants
that's
to ascend.
maybe that's why it's taking so much power, because it's going to spread to different cities, and we have to stop it here before it goes to other cities. Gets enough power to ascend, and then all of those creatures become
wait. Okay.
something.
Let's all take
Joey.
a second.
I
It's
want to
devouring
reestablish the link,
everything.
Oh no!
and I want to ask it. What do you want? Why are you here?
What's your name?
What is your name?
What
Okay.
Because
is your
I
favorite
got
color?
images. I was thinking that too. It gave me images. Maybe I can send that back.
Okay, give me a charisma check to attempt to do this.
Ah, God. I've been rolling all high all this time. It's a 6. If nothing else, just to send it.
Okay. So you open your mind, and it's not actively attempting to connect with you right now. You open your mind and you reach out, searching for that power, and you find a thin thread of it. You can feel it. And as you attempt to grab hold and communicate, you feel a shocking tingle of psychic energy lash back at your mind, and you see images of faceless ones walking down the alley on either side, not very far from you. You also take 2 psychic damage from the attempt.
Well, whatever questions you have, we will probably find them out soon enough because there's a small pack of faceless ones heading this way.
I'm
Right,
so
so what's the
hungry.
plan?
What? Should
Did
we
any of
leave?
us feel better after this rest? Did anyone, get some mojo back?
I got a
Yeah.
little
I
bit
gained,
of mojo
I
back.
gained
Did
another
we
brain
successfully
cell.
take a rest?
Yeah, you have successfully short rested by now. Yeah.
Oh, damn. He said long. It came out of his mouth.
I heard it.
I'll accept it.
I'm feeling slightly better.
I'm feeling great.
All right, then you go in there. You go
Should-
talk to your
well, no,
buddy.
Should we leave? If they're coming here, should we leave and then come and like go somewhere else? I don't know if we want. I don't know if we're ready to be captured. Are we ready to be captured?
I think we're as ready as we will ever be.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
and I
have to go
kinda-
there.
I'm not. But I don't want them to capture us and tie us up and throw us into that room and we all lose our packs and die.
Then
I'm
run,
terrified.
run,
I'm ready.
and I'll stay.
Ona kind of does that puppy dog stretch where they're like, ooh, stretch. Ona kind of does that and lets Fabnai kind of fall, and then picks him back up, puts him against the door, and then starts walking towards the front door of the shop.
I'm not gonna be wielding any weapons, and I'm gonna follow Ona.
I'm following as well.
I'll follow
Josh
sadly.
Josh is
Muted.
muted.
Josh muted.
Damn it! I was like, Ona, you carry me. Ona, you pick me up.
Oh, alright, sorry.
And Ona's just gonna kind of like flop him on her back. Like she's still kind of half awake. So he's just kind of just over and
And
she's
his
walking.
bound ass is like trying to grab hairs to hold on to as he slides.
All right. So, stepping out of the shop into the brightly lit sky, there's a distinct reddish and purplish hue to that wondrous aurora constantly over the Shadelands. As you turn to the right in that direction that you were originally headed before you decided to take a rest, around the only corner in this street as it makes an L, and you come face to face with about a dozen or so faceless individuals on either side of this small street.
Do we really come face to face with them?
You do. They have a face. It's just not very
It's just
remarkable.
less.
Faceless.
Less.
Yeah.
I'm going to step forward, hands up. My
Ona's-
name is Tior Ambari of Grenloft.
Ona's just gonna paw
son
wave.
of Elder Aina Ambari and Elder Quomil Gertinthar. It is my birthright to take over their positions in my town. And there is a long line of pacts made with powerful entities. A line I do not intend on ending here. I would like to meet your leader.
As your words trail off and slightly echo through the otherwise empty street around you, these individuals stopped where they were, turned sideways with their backs against the wall. Their heads dip ever so slightly, opening the pathway for all of you. And that's where we're going to take our break. So,
Called it.
we will see what happens after this. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good time tonight. It's only going to get better, I promise. Bio, stretch, get some snacks, invite your friends, check out Patreon, donate to Extra Life. We will see y'all when we return, all right? Be back soon. All right, and we're back. So, all these faceless entities, their backs against the walls in this alleyway, the sun blazing through this reddish purplish hue of the aurora overhead, and Vavnai essentially leading the way, although be it bent over Ona's back and bound, apparently, giving directions as you make your way through these streets and alleys here in the depth of the off-the-track roads in the market quarter of Yon'Cath. So assuming none of you wants to do anything different or deviate, I will narrate as follows. Walking along the streets, it seems like after almost every corner or every significant stretch, more and more of these faceless individuals step out into view. And like the original ones, they all give you a wide berth, allowing you to pass through unmolested, knowing seemingly where you're going and what you're doing. It takes you 20 to 30 minutes, a good 3/4, maybe a mile, as you continue on this path before you come to a T intersection. And as you take what Vavnai knows to be the final left, you come face to face with a large gray warehouse type building with probably a good 30 or 40 faceless ones in a semicircle around the sides, with just a large enough opening for you to see the front door and walk through them into the building.
Here goes
Continue.
Ona, untie me. Ona, untie me. Ona, untie me.
Oh.
Like, y'all just hear me say that. Like, I'm just like, untie me. Untie me.
Ona kind of like
Like a
flop
chant.
rolls Vavnai forward and then like
I'll
bites off his ties.
Easy. I want to reuse this rope.
We're facing certain death, and he's like, that's my 50-foot of rope there.
And unless anyone argues, I will step to the front.
I'll back ya.
I would like to argue, but I know I shouldn't.
Let me. I've still got the link.
All right.
Allow me. Right behind this fire.
Sure.
I'm like right on Tior's juicy ass right now.
Oh my god.
His patronless juicy ass. That'd be bad.
I have a charisma of 8. It is not juicy ass.
To be fair, I don't think we rolled for juicy ass when we made your
You just
character.
don't know how
so
to shake it, sir. That's your 8 just means you
there's
don't know how to shake
potentially much juicage to be had.
Vavnai is
I've
the
got raw
dinner,
material,
Tior is the
don't I?
dessert.
He's got raw material.
He's
All
got
right,
that
so-
raw potential going for him.
Ass leading the way. You come to the double doors. Tior, they are like a dark wood, pretty strong. This is a substantial warehouse. Initially, you see the front. It's only about 20 feet wide, and then just a bit back on the outside here. Just a bit back, you see 2 hallways that stretch out to the side, and then a circular room on either side. And then towering up and above and behind it, maybe a good 50, 100 feet or so, there is a much, much larger section of the warehouse that is kind of squarish in shape. You don't see any windows outside of this main hall on the entirety of the building. But nevertheless, approaching forward, you walk to the front doors, and as you get within 10 feet or so, they open on their own seemingly until you see the 2 faceless individuals behind opening the doors for each and every one of you. Now, keep light in mind here. The inside in this main hallway is dimly lit, so you all know your vision abilities. It is dimly lit because of the light filtering in the windows on the sides of this hallway, casting a little bit of grayish light within. Immediately in front of you, you see a desk, a simple wooden desk. Those of you who can discern color see that the top is soaked in thick, sticky blood. And beyond that, you see this large blood trail as though something has been dragged along this main hallway towards the door at the rear. On either side, you see a couple of benches, some in disarray, some with speckled blood on the walls as well, and you see 4 hallways coming off, on 2 on the right, 2 on the left, staring down this hallway. Last but certainly not least, within, dancing amongst these disheveled benches, the blood-soaked ground, the blood on the walls, this thin gray light, you see individuals dressed in some of these other faceless individuals have had similar clothing, and these are wearing these dark, muted colored robes. Except with their hoods up, they all have this kind of nondescript mask with a twisted grimace, as though it's mocking actual facial features. And there's 3 or 4 couples just dancing to no music at all in amongst the blood in the benches. This is what you see from the door. What do y'all do?
Real quick, Joey. In my head, I was a character that passed through the warehouse to the pool. The creature looked at me. Were the runes flared when it came out? I can't recall. I guess I'm thinking back to the image when
So
I was originally not the second one, the first one.
Right.
Because I'm wondering now in my head, was I a warlock?
So they were always glowing.
They were always
Okay.
glowing.
But that bright flare happened as the energy that Warlock's pact was broken.
Right, but was that right about the time that thing shot its tendril right into my damn head?
No, they didn't flare when you were there the first time.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe we made a mistake, guys.
No, and you would have also known, like, when you were embodying that entity, you were one of these faceless ones, and the Warlocks,
Just want to make sure.
they were not.
Yeah, that's why I got a little confused with everything going on, and that's what I want to make sure. Sorry. Okay.
Sure.
TR, I think do you want to take this? I think we need to go. I don't know. Do I think I know which way to go?
Perhaps
You
where
would-
that large blood stain is heading?
You would know to go straight. If you wanted to go back to where you found it, you would go straight through here, through the double doors at the end. You'd get into a room with a bunch of crates and storage devices. You would turn left, another room with a bunch of crates and storage devices where you saw the hooded figures in the corners that you couldn't quite make out. And then you would turn right, and that's a much larger room with storage stuff. And then the door beyond is the door.
I'll start leading that way,
Okay.
and then we can think of what we want to do.
Are we sure we want to do this? I don't know if it's too late to turn back now.
I think we have passed that point, sister.
Maybe if we just shoot at it from outside the door, we'll be fine.
I think Katori should play us a ditty to bring us into war.
Where?
Maybe I could play a ditty and we could set this fucker on fire.
Idea. Not a bad idea.
Set a fire? No.
Become
Have we seen the line of warlocks?
Nope.
Wait, before we go any further, we should come up with a code word.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Okay. If we say pineapple, it means fight like hell, right?
What if we say
And if we
tuna?
say pineapple into someone's head, they have to say pineapple back to make sure that it's actually them in case any of us get possessed or anything.
Well, hold on. We have another word for that. Because if we're just checking who's who, we don't want to start a war.
Fair. What should we are then,
Okay.
Ruby?
Apricot.
Apricot and pineapple. Don't mix them up, guys. It'll get real spicy in there.
E. Pineapple is blah blah blah. Right?
Okay.
Cool. Let's go.
Okay.
Phelan is nervous.
Is the link still like it's still not attempting to connect to me at all? It's still
Correct.
away. I'm gonna try and reestablish to it again.
All right. Give me a charisma
Mainly
check.
because I want to see if I can see through it, to see if I can glimmer like, oh, it's that way or this way, where they are.
Sure.
18.
Ooh, 6. So what exactly are you attempting to discern?
Where's the warlock line?
Okay. Is that
Because
it?
I'm assuming that. Well, I want to first know where the warlock line is, but also I just want to know if I can glimmer like how this works.
Okay.
I'm trying to gain as much as I can at this point while we're like potentially heading towards absolute death.
Sure.
Like if I can get like, okay, here I can see the room, I can see the warlocks. Here I can see this guy staring at now. I don't know.
Okay. So this entity, it seems to be either distracted or maybe even taunting you. You can't quite be certain, but the connection comes quite easily. As you link to it, your vision goes red. And it's kind of blurry, almost as though you're seeing through that bloody morass in the base of the floor and the chamber that you saw this thing in. The door in front of it is closed. It looks to the left and to the right. You see once more broken pieces of old storage equipment and all these body pieces all around. And then you feel being pushed, almost as though it knows what you want. It feels what you're looking for. And so it flashes you through the door, through the wall, and you are now looking through the eyes of one of these faceless individuals in one of the rooms with all the storage boxes and crates and barrels. What you see looking down is you see a brown head of long hair. The top of the head, skull, has been split open. The tendrils in its chest are writhing and digging into the base of its skull. The brain itself has been removed and is over on a box next to it, and one of the tendrils is attached firmly into it. You see it twitching and pulsing. And as it is sucking this energy out and nourishing itself, it is pouring some unholy abomination into this brain, and the brain soon deforms, and you see slivers of flesh pop out, and it quickly disconnects from the tendril and scurries away in amongst the boxes. As the body crumples to the floor in front of you, it turns halfway over, and you see the warlock's face, the first one that you saw, have its pact broken. And then your vision returns to normal.
Everything's fine, guys. No problems.
Sounds good. Tell everybody your mom.
Cool.
Yeah. So as we're walking, I'm just gonna be like, oh, by the way, I had another vision. Apparently, they rip open the heads and feet upon the tendrils and then turn you into a mindless zombie and/or minion of the network.
No turning
think
back
we
now,
made-
Tior.
I think we made a mistake.
This is what I was worried about. This is literally what I said. That you don't get power, you turn into like a mindless thing.
No,
That's
but
what I
these-
said.
These are the people who he removed their pacts. That's not our strategy.
But you know what? Your brain right now doesn't have a pact. You're just easy pickings.
I think that this
You won't be
creature-
thinking for much longer.
I think this creature is intelligent and it wants to do this. I think it wants to
Well,
be a
obviously
patron.
obviously it wants to do it. I don't think you're thinking that it wants to do it in the way that you're thinking it wants to do it.
No, I think it wants to make pacts with people.
I think it just wants to make zombies.
It needs to ascend to a certain level before it
Yeah.
can make pacts.
But okay, so you think that it needs to ascend to a certain level before it makes packs, but is it going to reach that level before you step into that room, or are you just going to be another level to its power?
All I'm saying is I think, and this is a theory, but I think it might want to talk. It knows who I am, Faye.
Is it just because you announced yourself out in the street like that?
No, the merchant said that he knew who I was.
What merchant?
The merchant that exploded into all those worms.
Oh. Why would you trust something that guy said he was filled with worms?
Why would he say it?
To get you to come here.
I'm walking forward.
All right. While we're going forward,
Stomping after him.
I want to throw the name Athuldus. Am I saying it right? Athuldus.
Fildus.
I want to throw it to the net and just see if it sticks. If there's any reaction to knowing it, if that's its name, if that reaction gets anything. Kind of like how it passed images to me. I kind of want to just slide that one along.
Okay.
Try to establish a communication line. I mean, we're headed towards certain death at this point. I'm just like, let me see if I can get anything out of this. Because the next one would be, what's your name if it's not?
Okay. So, set a little bit of the scene here because you've been talking and walking. As you're walking through this main chamber and you glance around, making sure you're not going to get ambushed or something. Down the hallways on either side of this entryway, you see it appears to be those circular rooms or offices of some type, or at least were. The doors are open and there's a little bit of light coming in from their own respective windows. The first one on the left, you see a body on the floor. Again, the desk fully bloodied, the floor bloodied. The corpse itself is completely destroyed, completely eviscerated, and kind of burrowing and digging and eating within the chest cavity is one of those small little spiked, deformed spawn creatures that you fought in the sewer. Continue on, you see another one in the office, the second office to your right, and then up ahead at the end of that long blood streak, the shadows against the wall, you see a third body. This one, the spawn creature's kind of digging into its neck and burrowing in and feeding. As you extend your mind, Vavnai, and call out Thuldus, suddenly, and it's almost startling to all of you walking amongst these dancers with these macabre, featureless masks, all of them completely stop and their heads snap in your direction, Vavnai. The creature, burrowing into the chest, bolts out and sits upright, blood trickling down its body as it stares at you momentarily.
What did you do?
I asked if...
Why?
Well, I just said Athuldus.
So
Did you say it? Did you say it in a menacing way?
No.
They look like they're mad.
Oh
They're
dear.
listening.
Are you Athuldus?
I think they all are.
They keep their eyes locked on you. The ones that were dancing, they kind of drop their arms and turn to face you fully. The spawn little creature on the ground kind of scurries forward a few steps and then hops back up, and it's just staring at you.
Athuldus?
I think we're good.
Maybe we can take that home and it can be a puppy.
Athuldus, I'm Tior. I believe you're expecting me.
I'll relay his message.
I'm just saying it out loud to...
Yeah, I know. I'm going to mentally cast it to
I
the
see.
net. I don't know if it can understand the words through its minions like that, but I'm going to cast it to the net and see what I can get if anything hits.
Okay.
I don't
As you're not sure if you relaying it is doing it or if you're saying that is doing it, but regardless, the couple closest to the far door, they turn and walk towards those rear doors, and you hear a thunk from behind the door, the opposite side of the door, and the doors swing outward in your direction, and they stand there motionless on either side.
Okay, brother. I think you have your invitation.
All right.
You first.
Apricot.
Pineapple.
What? Pow! Just start punching. Like, what? What? Is that the word to hit?
No, no.
Oh, no, is that the
I
word
will-
to re-attack?
I will walk forward cautiously, but head held high. I'll stop for a moment and look back at my sister.
I mean, we're all going in together. Like, you're not going by yourself.
I know. I just want to look at her for a second,
Before he dies.
and then I will walk forward.
I want
Good
to be on the
last
side
moments,
of the
good last
vision
moments,
behind her,
buddy.
like,
He's actually saying this is all your fault for getting the patron first.
Why the heck did I
Behind
have
him,
one?
I'm just like mumbling and be like, I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe he's doing this.
Proceeding through the far side of the doors, there's 3 steps downward as the bottom of the floor is about a foot and a half, 2 feet lower than the one you're on. As you step down, the air is humid and warm and has this very peculiar, pungent smell. As your eyes adjust to the difference in light and you can once more see the colors around you, Tior, stepping into this room, you see in the corner to the left and then 2 on the right and then 1 behind you. 4 of these faceless individuals with their chests split open, their tendrils in the skulls of seemingly other warlocks based on Vavnai's descriptions. And as you kind of recurl for a second and steel yourself against the depravity of this scene, you feel the lightest sensation of something dripping down your ear from above. Looking up, you see the roof, the ceiling above you is churning, kind of almost like a wave. And as you realize what you're looking at, you can count individually all of these animated, sentient, creature-like brains suspended upside down on the ceiling, writhing about amongst each other.
Like blowing scoops.
All right. Fine. Let's.
I just pat him on the back and be like,
Yep. We're fine.
It's all you, buddy.
So are you proceeding alone, Tior, or is everybody with you? Make sure I understand what's going on.
No, I'm sticking with him.
Yeah,
Mainly
no,
because
yeah,
I've
we're
seen
all
the creature, I know what it looks like, and I kind of want to be like, oh, it looks like it's gonna stab him in the fucking head.
I will go
want
as long
to-
as Vavnai's going.
I want to say,
I'm following my brother regardless.
Faye, perhaps you should wait here.
Perhaps I don't want to wait here.
Phelan, if
She's a strong, independent woman.
if we both die, Grenloft is doomed.
If you die, I'm doomed. So let's go.
All right, come on.
big old heart.
Okay.
Peace
So-
and love. Peace and love.
Following Vavnai's directions, you take a left and go through the door. It's unlocked, and there's another very, very similar room with a very grotesque, similar scene. Kind of doing your best to ignore everything happening around you, you turn right and you come to a larger rectangular room. Here, amongst the sides of the room, there's a couple more of these individuals, and every now and then you'll see the small, roundish shape of a brain scurrying amongst the barrels and the storage crates and things like that. But piled up amongst these barrels and storage boxes, you see tens of dead bodies, their skulls split open, their skin pale, drained of whatever fluids they had. And at the end of this room, fully to the north, you see a single set of double doors. And Vavnai, this set of doors you recognize as the doors. What do y'all do?
I don't know if you can come in without losing everything.
I mean, I don't think that we can come in without losing everything, just from what was described before.
Oh. I'll
But we
I'll
can't
go in
turn
with
back.
you.
We don't have anywhere else to go.
We don't need to all go in at once. The doors. This is it. This is it. Behind those doors is the room.
Do I get the
I'm-
vibe, like, if we wanted to turn around, like, if some of us wanted to go back, that we would be able to go back? Or is, like, everything closing behind us as we're walking forward?
Well, the doors definitely closed behind you from the main hall once you got into this storage area. After that, the other doors have kind of stayed open as the faceless ones do what they're doing with their meals.
Mira, how exactly does that communication that you have work? Can you hear me in my head?
If I talk to you, but you have to be within 30 feet, and I need to be able to see you.
That's not helpful.
No.
So if I were in there and the door closed behind me and you were on this side and I screamed that word, you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Correct. But if the door stays open, I would.
Well, that is something I feel like we have very little control over, but
I can try to keep the door open.
Yeah, too bad you don't have any fish to stick in it.
Yeah, you could use one as a doorstop.
I mean,
Yeah, do
I
you
was
have
just gonna
anything?
use my body.
That works
fair.
too.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I'll recommend.
Do we really want to go in? Do we want to turn back, be like, catch you later? Need to think about it.
I think they know that we're probably here at this point because Vav and I decided to talk to them and tell them that we were, so.
Yeah. I'll go in with you.
are you sure? You might be the weakest of all of us.
Yes, but
In order-
I can also potentially strike the creature itself.
That is actually true.
And
Y'all
since
watch
I
the
don't have
door.
a patron, if you will, I will go in there.
All
We're
right.
gonna chill out here. I'm not going in.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys, separate. This is the boys' time. Just keep the door open so I can talk to the boys.
So we know you aren't doing anything stupid.
You know how boys are.
I will go to my sister and I will unclip my tankard. If I don't come out of this room, this is the only piece of home I keep with me. I want you to have it.
But you're going to come out of that room.
Right,
so I
then-
don't think that I should have it.
Then just keep it safe for me. Right?
Okay, I will. And then we can get drunk later, together.
Right, well, not with that tankard, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, assuming that I do come out of this room, there's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Okay. Now?
No,
Okay,
no, after,
okay.
after.
Okay. Now I'm nervous.
No, it's fine.
What
it's
if you don't
fine.
come out?
If we don't come out, then it doesn't matter anyway, does it?
But what if it does matter?
It's nothing. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I love you.
I love you. Boys?
I'm gonna, as that's all going on, I'm gonna take out my lucky charm, which is a singular red die.
It's a singular
I'm gonna
lucky
keep
charm.
rolling it. No, but I'm saying that my lucky charm is a singular red die, and I'm gonna roll it in my hand. If you don't mind, would you let me roll a d6 to see what number it is?
Go for it.
All right. Well, you're gonna see a big smile as he tucks the dice back in his pocket, cracks his knuckles, Let's go.
Remember, pineapple, apricot, pineapple, apricot.
Don't say it without you don't actually mean it.
Immediately, I'll just bust out.
All right. Easy. See you soon.
You got this. Just remember the safe words. Or the danger words.
I know I've known you for like 3 days, but it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Safe words are important for safety.
Thanks, Anna.
Fight songs are worth it.
As Vavnai starts walking past the doorway, Ona will kind of like put her head on Vavnai's head and then let him walk through. And then also she's gonna do that thing, you know, when you're a kid and you have like 2 walls or like the door frame and you're like pushing your hands and then your feet and you're walking up the door. That's what Ona's gonna do against the doors, just to make sure they're open.
Before my brother walks into the room, I want to run up behind him really fast and take my clip out of my hair and pin it to his cloak or his chest and say, "You have to give this back to me. Okay, bye." And I'm gonna run back.
All right. No problem.
Okay, so you open the doors in your direction, swing to you. And Katori,
We're dead.
Katori and Tior, you see now what Vavnai described, except it is all the more stomach turning in person. This huge circular collection of runes shimmering this chromatic light about 8 feet overhead, and then before you down the steps, ankle to calf high, bloodish miasma of fluid, and then all the boards and dismembered body parts. The dark red of the floor makes it almost impossible to see beneath it, although unfortunately you can very well see beneath it. You walk into the room.
I'm totally right next to Tior, holding him up because I know he's about to like vomit, pass out. So I'm like by the back of his cloak and all that, just giving him support.
This was probably a bad idea. Oh God, what have we
Red
done?
water. That's all it is. Thick red water. You're fine.
Just red water. Right.
Yes, red water. Yes.
And the body parts are logs.
That's you know necrotic damage. They're not bleeding anymore. So
Let's do this.
Nice.
So Tior, with the lead, lunges forward quickly and splashes into this bloody mess beneath him. You almost stumble, slipping on the stairs coming down, and stepping, you feel another person's leg rub up against your calf. It makes you jump back a little bit on the steps themselves as Vavnai and Katori come in, flanking you on either side. The runes themselves quickly flare, and you feel this peculiar breeze coming from everywhere and nowhere as the blood itself ripples upon the surface with this unseen force of energy. Inside your minds, all of you hear these obscene whispers, cacophony, unintelligible emotions and instructions and power and hunger and fear. I need all of you to make an intelligence saving throw.
You mean everyone or just the people in the room?
Everyone.
Oh, fuck.
That's an 18 for Ona.
Okay.
A 14
Hey!
to your...
That's an 18 for me as well.
That's
Okay.
a nat 1 for Mira.
Mira's a fail.
In life.
Never mind. I was gonna say, does the bardic inspiration change that? I don't think so. But
You can use it for
Yeah, you can
saves.
use a save. Yeah.
Jalen got a 17.
That gets me up to a
Phelan?
2.
Phelan succeeds.
Katori had a 19.
You guys are rocking these saving throws. Katori succeeds. I'm missing one person. Aren't I?
Me? Oh, well, I
That
just. Yeah.
I didn't hear
I was-
yours.
I didn't
Oh,
either.
I'm a 14.
You fail.
Love that.
Okay.
It's not
So-
a charm effect, is it?
No. So, Mira and Tior, as these whispers invade your mind, you get flashes of imaging, imagining, making real in your senses everything that Vavnai, the horrible things that he has discussed, what you said, what could happen to you, and you hesitate. So you were all surprised momentarily. The girls in the back, those of you that are not surprised, you hear as this fades from your mind and you start to regain your normal senses, you hear the soft shuffling of cloaks and feet behind you as 4 of these faceless ones are behind you, shoving you towards the door. A second here. So that's a 14 against Ona, a 5 against Phelan, and a natural 20 against Mira. So athletics or acrobatics checks, all of you. You can't take a reaction. You're surprised, Mira. So
I love
How
the
far
idea.
are we?
The boys went in expecting to die, and then the girls are gonna fucking die on the other side of the door.
So I want to know how far are we between each other?
y'all are right next to each other. Y'all are just inside the crest of the door. They're
Then my
within
dad-
5 feet of you. Is that what you're asking?
My dagger of warning doesn't allow them to be.
This
stopped.
isn't normal surprise. This is a mental effect. It's like a spell.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. It's
Okay.
anything other than non-magical sleep, though. That's what I was getting at.
Anything other than non-man. I'll look at yours to make sure. But either way, even though you're surprised, you're all gonna roll either acrobatics or athletics checks to resist being shoved into the room. I'm gonna look at
I
your.
got an 18.
Okay, so you succeed. You don't get shoved in.
I got
Ona?
a 9.
But
Okay,
I'm
so you
holding
get
open
shoved
the
in.
doors. Does that count for anything?
Mira. Athletics or acrobatics?
I'm gonna go with acrobatics. 19.
19? Okay,
Oh,
so
doesn't
it was
matter 'cause
natural,
of the 20.
it was natural 20. Okay, so I'm going to read this effect specifically, just so you know that your dagger warning wouldn't really apply to this. It says, quote, 1 second, where was that? The fears and insecurities caused them to hesitate. It's not really surprised, okay? But either way, as of right now, what matters is Ona and Mira are getting shoved into the room. You two are going to get shoved out of the way real quick. So Vadnai's going to get knocked in. Tior's going to get knocked in. Ona's in. Mira's in. Phelan, you're still on the outside of the door. There's 4 faceless ones are behind you. 2 of them are now going to attempt to shove you in next time around. The other 2 are just standing there doing nothing.
Rude.
As the whispers die down, in front of you, all of you in the room, and you, Phelan, if you're not looking at the faceless ones behind you, see the bulge rise out of the blood as the arcane runes flare, and this grotesque, elongated, faceless head with the 4 hook-like teeth open up in front of you, rising up. This thing's easily 10, 12 feet tall, takes up 7, 8 feet wide as his body, the lower body extends out into this egg-like shape with these disgusting pustules on it, and tentacles writhe on the floor, towering above you. Welcome home. Everybody to roll for initiative, and then do what you're going to do. You're welcome to talk. I'm just going to roll
may
for
have
initiative.
made a mistake.
We definitely made a mistake.
Who is home?
We're
Who's
fine.
from here?
We're fine.
This is not
Oh
my
my God.
home. I got a natural 20 for initiative. Plus 1, so it's a 21.
I got a solid 6.
I got a solid 4.
I got 15.
I'm
Regrets,
sad
regrets.
with my
We
death.
have so many regrets. That's all.
This is
whole
why I
thing
haven't
is.
got a patron so far, y'all.
Oh,
All right. So I heard a 21 from Phelan.
Yes.
Okay.
22
Cool.
from Tori.
Okay. Mira.
6.
Okay. It's your.
A 4.
Would this door on the map be open?
Yes. I'm opening it.
Okay.
Boom.
Thank you.
Okay. Got it.
Never
So-
mind. Can you close it again? I don't want to look at that.
So, this creature entity rising up, the arm-like tentacles kind of kind of slam together quickly, and then all of a sudden the skin bonds over on the end of each one of these now much thicker individual arms. 7 fingers on each hand form out with claws extended on each as the tentacles on its legs splay out around it, almost like a deformed octopus towering above you. Katori, you have initiative. What are you going to do?
Hideous, ugly thing. Oh. And I'm gonna. Am I in reach of it right now?
You are not. You are just out of reach. You have to get closer. If you want to do melee touch reach.
No, I don't want to do that just yet. I'm gonna move this way, away from it. But I would like to do vicious mockery as I yell those insults at it.
Okay.
So wisdom save 13, please. Actually, I want to do this.
You change your mind?
Nope.
Okay, well, the wisdom save was a 23. Unfortunately, it did save.
All right. I want to give. I'm gonna hold on to it. Never mind. That'll end my turn.
Okay. So, as you were moving away, point of order, I missed this. As you're moving away, you surge and you kind of stumble. First of all, everything in this room is difficult terrain because of all the body parts and wood and the sloshing. It's all difficult terrain, FYI. Secondly, as you moved out of its reach, because it has, for this at least, has a 10-foot reach, one of the tentacles whips out and slams towards your face. That's a 18 to hit.
That hits. That's why I was asking if it was within reach.
Well, yes, I understand.
I guess
that.
I didn't know. But
well, I mean, that's true. That's true. You didn't know, but now you do. But thankfully, it is only going to be 3 psychic damage. As it impacts your skin, you feel a jolt of energy in your mind that almost cripples you for a moment and makes you stumble. And then you continue on. And would you still like to apply the vicious mockery?
well, yeah.
Does anything happen with
I mean,
the wisdom saving throw? I forget. It's saved, but
Yeah, no, nothing happens.
okay, cool, got it. So that was its reaction. So you surge over. Anything else?
The thing has a long reach. End turn.
Okay. It's going to take a legendary action. And it is going to... You see, it looks over at Katori, and it melts back down into the blood, completely disappearing for sight, and then reforms right next to Katori. Alright. That means it is now Phelan's turn. Phelan, what are you doing?
Can I still see it from the door? Like the doorway, is it big enough?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to hex it.
Okay.
Stop fighting it!
I'm going to fight it. That is... I don't... What is that? It's a wisdom save of 12.
Alright. Ooh. It's a 6.
Nice, okay, so it's hexed. Actually, no. Is it even a wisdom save? No, it's not. I just hex it. Okay, never mind. It doesn't even need a wisdom save. I don't know.
Well, it
what
failed
I was
anyway,
looking at.
for fun.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to, since that was a bonus action hex, I'm going to chill touch it. Hopefully it hits. I can see it. Oh, that's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We're about to find out if it can even take necrotic damage.
Well, the funny thing is I can change my damage.
Oh, that's very true.
I was actually going to change it to thunder damage, and I'm going to do 8. What's 8 plus 5? 13 Thunder damage.
All right.
Total from the hex. And then I'm also going to give it disadvantage on strength ability checks from the hex.
Strength ability checks. Okay, make sure if that comes up, remind me. Thank you.
Okay.
So the spectral hand floats up, grabs on the tentacle, and then this small force of arcane energy blasts out and echoes around the chamber. The tentacle recoils and slams into the blood, spraying all over Katori and its own body as it turns to face you. Anything
and
else?
does this one, I can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. Does it count as undead?
It does not.
Okay. All right. That's it.
That was 13 damage, correct?
Yes. Thunder damage.
Got it.
Pineapple!
All right, beautiful. Okay, with this, it turns to look at you, its body moving, blood all around, shaking the waves, the tentacles slashing about. I'll have you yet. And you feel this intense pain momentarily in your mind. I need an intelligence saving throw. Secondary legendary action against you, Phelan.
What kind of saving throw did you say?
Intelligence.
Intelligence is what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 18.
18. All right. You able to block it out, calling on your patron's help at the last moment to shield your mind as the pain dissipates without any further ill effect. All right. That means, are you done, Phelan? All right. It is now the faceless one's turns, and two of them are still going to try and shove you in, Phelan. The other two are ready to close the door behind you.
Rude.
That is a 19 athletics check.
Okay.
So athletics or acrobatics for you to avoid being shoved.
Okay. Oh, dang it. That's an 18.
All right. So you hold your foot, and you are able to bury your feet in. You slide up against the door and push them off momentarily. The one next to you takes his foot and trips up your ankle, and you tumble backwards, splash in the blood on your butt on the steps as you are now jammed into the room. And I'm going to move Ona out of the way. And with that, the door slams shut. All right.
So much for keeping my tankard safe.
I tried.
As you kind of get up and everything is soaked and drenched, Phelan, you glance up and you see this creature. Its lips kind of quiver in that strange diamond pattern. I told you I'd have you. But first, let's rid ourselves of the vermin. And you see a tentacle lash out and wrap around Katori's waist, and one of these big old hooked hands grabs the back of his neck. I need from you, Katori, a Constitution saving throw. First, let's see. Does a 19? I'm assuming a 19 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
17 on the save.
17 on the save. Nice. All right. So you feel this pulsive energy travel down your spine into your legs, and you get weak momentarily. But you sing a lovely little song inside your mind to steel yourself and give you a boost. You feel the energy dissipate, and with that, he takes the tentacle and unrolls you and slams you against the wall. Ah! Have you? Davnai, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm actually going to cast. I'm going to cast the. If I can get things right, Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Try and illuminate this area and him.
Okay, go for it.
A DC 13 dex save.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Illuminated, advantage attacks against it.
You got it.
And then I'm going to crawl as far back here as possible.
Let me do a thing here. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, Vav9?
Nope. I'm just going to yell, pineapple, pineapple, pineapple!
Okay. Third legendary reaction. It looks at you. I thought we were playing nice together. I need a charisma saving throw
I
from you
didn't do
that night.
shit to you. I just threw some lights up. Charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh, bitch! Fuck you. That's a 22.
Nice. Okay, so you feel again that familiar urge to attempt to wrest control away from you. Being as skilled and experienced as you are, you rebuff it, but you know its intent was malevolent. We are going to Ona. Ona, what are you doing?
Okay. Ona's very offended at being in the blood pool. This is not comfy. So I see it now. It's glowing. And it is within 60 feet of me?
It is.
Beautiful. Oh god, you're turning it. Oh no, that's even more horrifying. Please stop. God, I don't want it. Cool. I'm gonna try to frostbite it, I guess.
Okay.
Because it's all I really have right now. DC 13 Constitution save.
It's a 5.
Ooh, so take
Damn.
2 cold damage, son.
All right. You got it.
Eat my frost, bitch.
Okay, so with this especially, because this is more something that you can visualize, especially as frost your spell hits it and slams into the skin. You see it spreads momentarily, but then this thick ichor kind of covers it and makes it disappear. You feel like your spell is not as effective as it normally is.
Gross, I hate it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's my turn. I'm not getting any closer to that thing.
All right, Mira, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna do my classic Eldritch Blast at that thing.
Go for it.
Don't forget, y'all have advantage on the attack roll. Because it has fairy fire.
Oh, this is true. Okay, wait a second.
Very true.
Well, that's good, because 14.
14 hits.
Oh, good. Really didn't think that was going to. The other one was a 1, so I appreciate the advantage. 8 points of force damage.
All right, you got it.
And then I'm just gonna move over here into this corner as to not be near it.
Okay, easy enough. Sior, you're up.
All right, it's about time. I am going to hold my breath and slosh my way into the center of this runic circle, and I will just yell, "Athuldus! You wanted me. Here I am. Let's be partners. Grant me a fraction of your power. Let me keep my mind, and I will serve you more faithfully than any of your mindless drones."
Are you being honest?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't make sure. Deception or anything. Okay, so give me a persuasion check.
I would like to use maximum effort for this.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I will give you advantage on that.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Did you roll with
11.
advantage?
Yeah.
11?
Yeah. My charisma's shit.
Okay. You see it wrench its gaze slowly in your direction, away from the rest of your party. Its body kind of slowly turns as its neck bent at an impossible angle. His body finally catches up, and it starts to shift its way through the blood towards you. Body parts getting pushed aside, pieces of wood coming up and down out of view. It's headed towards you.
Oh, God.
That's my turn.
Okay. Top of the round. Top of the round. Give me 1 second here.
I guess we don't have to wonder whatever happened to Ursula's husband.
Phelan, I need you to make another intelligence saving throw.
This one's not so good. It's going to be a. What is my intelligence? An 11.
Okay. As it's surging towards Tior, you see it stop for a moment. And you feel something tickle inside your mind, Tior. And its head turns towards Phelan. And you see now a burst of light from this peculiar looking artifact kind of embedded in its skin at the top of where its chest would be. Phelan, you take 2 psychic damage. And then all of a sudden it feels as though the wind gets sucked out of your chest. You lose all energy and you feel hopeless for a moment. And then you realize you don't feel your patron. And then momentarily, the warm embrace, the power surges back and then kicks out and then comes in twisted and then kicks out. And it's surging and pulsing and deforming, a chaotic cacophony of your normal steady stream of influence and power. Katori, what are you doing?
I'm sure Tior was much more willing to die now.
Because I'm within 5, even though it's big, I would still have, it would be an even roll on a spell.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Like if I, never mind. Like
I'd love to
Vicious
answer your question. I
Mockery-
just want to make sure I understand.
Well, I'm
the
just saying, like, Vicious Mockery from here
Uh-huh.
would be advantage from Fairy Fire, but disadvantage because I'm within 5.
Normal roll.
Right, so it'd be normal.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get that out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's a spell attack, right? If it's not a spell attack, if it's a saving throw, then it's just saving throw. Because I don't think
Oh,
it's
no,
just
it
Mockery
is
as an
a-
attack roll.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
saving
okay.
throw, so it wouldn't. But
Doesn't
advantage
matter
doesn't
either
really
way.
help me there anyway. So
Correct.
I'm gonna pull the longsword out. Hey, ugly, I'm still here. Yeah. This is a 14 hit.
14 hits.
Cool. 2 damage slashing.
Okay, that's all right. As it starts to once again turn its attention back towards Tior and surge forward, you call out to it and carve a vicious stroke down its back. The skin kind of peels back under the weight of the blade, and this green and yellow pus comes from this egg sac-like lower body that's surging through the water. It quickly spins around and blood splashes on you as the tentacles fly out in your direction. Is there anything else?
Well, before I go down, now I'm gonna use it. Let's see. Needs little pick me up. I'm gonna say. Did I see Fei Lin like kind of convulsing?
Sure.
So then I'm gonna play a little thing for her. Like I say, play a little bit. There's gonna be a just. Don't let it inside your head. It will only play with your emotions. And then I'm going to give a
Inspiration?
yeah.
Okay.
And that will be my last one.
There you go. Right. All right, you good, Katori?
Yep.
Okay. So, as it turns to you, the tentacles lash out in your direction. They stop and then slam down. Blood and body parts spew out all around you, and it rises up in the air and begins levitating higher and higher. It's leaving your range if you want to make an opportunity attack. Go for it.
You're muted.
All right. Well, that's going to be a 21 to hit for another
That's
2
a hit.
damage.
Okay, 2 damage. It works. 2 damage works. All right. So, as you lash out towards it, it pulls back, and you narrowly scrape the end of a tentacle and lop it off. Another one comes around, wraps around your wrist. Another one gets the other one. 17 hits, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. I need another Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay. So, you are poisoned, and you have 1 failure. Help me remember, you need to make another save at the end of each of your turns.
Of my turns.
Your turns. Got
Okay.
it?
Yep.
Okay. So you right now, you are poisoned. Poisoned, just as a reminder, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Got it? All right. That was its legendary action. It is now 20 feet above Katori's head over there. And with that, Katori lets go of him, and he splashes down into the blood, and he grabs at his stomach, and you see he starts to feel ill before staggeringly getting back up to his feet. Phelan, you're up. What are you doing?
Do I still have my powers as of right now?
They're coming and going. You can try to cast a spell and see what
Okay.
happens if you want.
I want to, as soon as I feel it flickering, I'm going to essentially scream and say, "You can't take her from me." And I want the end of my voice to end in the sound of Toll the Dead. Just like echo my scream around the room as loud as possible. And it's
Okay.
a wisdom save of 12.
I don't want to potentially make this worse. Is she able to maintain Hex?
I didn't take enough damage. I don't think.
That's fine. No.
Okay.
Hex is fine. Leave it there. 100% fine. However, Phelan, I need you
Okay.
to roll a d20.
Okay. Do I add anything to it?
Nope.
Okay, I got a 17.
Okay. So you scream out, you furious, holding on to the little bit you have, and as you're releasing it, as you're harnessing it, it twists, it shapes, it malforms, and it backfires. You just cast Toll the Dead on yourself.
What a bitch! Okay, I roll my
Congrats, you
damage.
fooled yourself.
At least it's not a lot. Actually, it's a d12 because I've taken damage.
Wait, do you have to make the save yourself?
Oh, yeah, I have to make this. Okay, hopefully I don't make
do.
it. What is my wisdom say? Oh, that was a 5. What is my wisdom? Oh, my. Okay, I don't make it. I got
Oh,
an
no.
8.
Oh god.
Okay. I think. Do I even take damage? Let me read it real quick. I always forget. I'm
for it.
nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, no, I don't take any damage. Nice. Oh, I'm so stressed.
So you're good?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No. I'm gonna start like breathing very hard, like almost panicking.
Okay. So, at this moment, as you start to recover and you're hyperventilating, all of a sudden the entity slams down into the blood and instantly disappears, then rises back up right in front of Tior, 10 feet up. You could try. Well, no, you already used your reaction, right, Katori, for opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay. Rising above you, it lashes out with a tentacle. Are you going to resist this, Tior?
Oh.
Lash around tentacle around your waist and slowly rises you up. You feel it probing your mind. You feel it penetrating, asking questions. You feel it is recalling thoughts and memories you had long forgotten. Do you resist this?
No.
Okay. It's painful. It's tormenting. Not as much what it's doing, but just all your failures. Everything that you've tried and have not accomplished. What you're supposed to do and you can't do it. And after what seems like an eternity, all of a sudden you're falling and splash down into the blood, and you feel in your mind, You are not worthy. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Right in the ego.
Another day, another person
Oh
who doesn't
my
want to be your
God.
patron.
There's
Another
about to be
11.
some tears up in this blood.
He'll never recover. He'll never recover.
11.
11. Okay, so you are going to take 6 psychic damage. And as these thoughts, these fears, these doubts cloud your mind, you are temporarily inhibited. You have to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw you make before the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bavnai, you're up. It is 20 feet in the air, hovering over Tior, who is on its back in the bloody morass below. What are you doing?
Perfect. Can't miss this one. Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Oh, God. What was it for advantage? Alternate?
Alt, usually. If it's working right.
Yes. 22.
22 to hit.
4 damage.
Okay.
And I'm just maintaining that, fairy fire.
Yep. You got it. So, Eldritch Blast slams out. You see, as it hits its body, it kind of rolls and absorbs some of the impact. He recoils and turns back to you.
Stare it down.
I'm done playing. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. He's going to take a second legendary action. And you feel that influence in the back of your mind is always present. A surge of energy pushes through. I need an intelligence saving throw from you.
Oh, yes. 19.
Okay. Thankfully, you've had a lot of experience with this asshole, and you're able to shield your mind just long enough to prevent the energy from causing damage and pain. And then you open yourself up to make sure that you know exactly what is going on. All right. So, Ona, you're up. What are you doing?
No thanks. I don't want to anymore, but I guess I'm gonna crossbow bolt it.
Okay, go for it. Advantage on the attack roll.
Oh, sweet. That's an 18 for
That's a hit.
7 piercing.
Nice.
And assuming that I heard it say, "I'm done playing," Ona's just gonna scream out, "I didn't even want to play in the first place!" Chink!
Alright. Crossbow bolt flies out and rips through its arm, flesh protruding with it and getting carried across the room before getting embedded in the wall behind it. It turns with you, the tentacles lash out, nearly knocking Tior even deeper into the muck. It is now very focused on you.
It's okay.
Anything else?
No, I guess not.
Okay. Third and final legendary action. It is... You feel... Ona, you feel its eyeless face almost looking at you, if such a thing were possible. And once again, these 4 lips quiver, the barbed hooks shake, and you feel something pulling at you, eating at you. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
That's a 9.
Alright, so you also are going to take 2 psychic damage, and you have that same unmistakable and indescribable feeling of being cut off from your patron.
Ona's gonna be both terrified and also really excited.
You got it. Mira, you're up.
Okay, great. I think I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the guy again, because I don't really know what else to do, and I'm scared as fuck in the corner.
Okay, go for it.
Alright. Thank God it's with advantage. I keep rolling nat ones, but that was the other one was a 17 plus 5, so 20 something.
That's a hit.
My brain's no longer functioning. Okay, it's gonna take 7 force damage, and I want to try to pull it closer to me.
Okay, you can definitely do that. So 7 force damage. Slams into its body, it revolves and twists and turns, and then gets jerked 10 feet closer to you. So it is now 10 feet above ground, and, well, from what you saw with Katori, within tentacle striking distance of you.
Great.
I'm
That's
move you
it.
back a little bit to your just so for token management. Okay. Just focus on you temporarily. Tior, what are you doing?
Alright. Well, I will emerge from the blood completely head to toe in red, dripping.
This is your carry moment.
For sure. And I'll look up at him. You're going to regret that. And I will pull out my longbow, aim it right up at him, and fire.
Okay.
Still at
Give me an attack
advantage,
roll.
right? Because of fairy fire.
Still advantage. Still got fairy fire.
Natural 20. And that is 16 points of piercing damage. And then I will action surge.
Okay.
Natural 20, dude!
Come on.
I'm taking a picture.
That's a standing moment right there. I wish I could stand up with you.
This couldn't have gone any better for Tior. Like, let's think about this. This is like the best redeeming moment.
He is
Setting
getting
it
his
in our
revenge.
Tior's gonna be his own patron. I'm just waiting.
He's gonna eat his brain.
Not as good as damage. It's gonna be 11 points, 11 additional points of piercing damage.
So that's 27 total.
Yeah.
All right. So it gets pulled towards Mira. You see an opportunity. You stand up, call out to it. First arrow slams into the flesh, up to the shaft of the arrow. It penetrates, it doubles over. A tentacle whips out and slams you across your face. Another one grabs you around your waist, and it begins to rise and pick you up and carry you higher and higher. You lean back, just enough room to get the arrow out. Slams straight into its face, right in the center of the teeth, flare open. Its head splits as the arrow comes out the back of its head, and it tangles, it writhes, it falls. The blood splatters everywhere, dismembered body parts all over the place, and you struggle to your feet as it writhes uncontrollably on the ground. I think it's time for you to finish it.
I put my longbow away and pull out my sword. I'll go up to its face. I'll wipe the blood out of my eyes. And I'll pull whatever it is back and just whisper, "First of many," and slice its throat.
It splits, the head rolling back and disappearing into the blood. Worms and blue and black and brown ichor flow and taint the blood around it as the arcane runes above you flicker and dazzle and flare before disappearing completely and throwing the entire room into abject silence and darkness. At that moment, Ona, Phelan, you feel your connections with your patrons steady and restore around you.
Damn it.
I just like collapse to my knees and like hold my hands against my chest and take a deep breath.
Dancing.
Wow.
I want
Dancing
to.
lights.
I would like to immediately just burst the door open. I don't want to be in. I can't see shit. I would like to burst the doors open, please.
Okay, so you charge towards the doors, slam them open. You feel resistance, and as you put your weight into it, you feel this mushy resistance as the bodies of these faceless ones behind it get shoved out of the way, laying still as they are on the floor. And you bust into the room and tumble forward before finding solid feet on the ground. And you hear at this moment the soft of these brains that were on the ceiling falling down motionless on the ground around you.
Gross. But cool.
That was the worst thing.
Just like I said, easy as according to plan.
According to plan. According to plan.
I'm definitely
Wait,
walking
my
up to
ass.
Tiora and just
Yeah,
arm
I'm right
around
there.
him.
Oh yeah, but I don't put my arm around him. I slap him upside the back of his damn head.
Oh
And then
yeah,
I hug
what does Vavnai feel in his brain?
Favnai, do you attempt to reach out?
Yeah. I walk into that circle. I hug Tior. I slap Tior, and then I try to reach out and see if I can talk to the brainworm or the net. Anything.
Okay. Give me a charisma check.
16.
Okay. The adrenaline dies down, you still your mind, and you reach out searching for that grotesque and horrifying yet oddly familiar sensation once more. And open your eyes in relief as you feel nothing. But as you do, with the dancing lights hovering overhead and moving about the room, Katori making them do what Katori does, you see as the flesh is rotting away from this corpse beneath the blood, that strange artifact embedded in his chest is pulsing, giving a reddish light as the blood tints the energy coming off of it.
I go for it.
At the same
Cut it
time,
and
so
go
do I.
Okay.
Smack his hand.
Athletics or acrobatics check. Pick your poison.
I
It's a
mean, we're
contest.
like gushing for it. I'm trying to be like, don't touch it. It's psychic.
I guess so. I mean, you can make it.
I'm
Handle it how you want to handle it.
Like,
I got
I would be like, as I'd like connect with it, I would be like, don't. I mean, if you still do, that's fine. We'll make a check, but I will say don't.
I'm in a weird state of mind right now.
That's fine.
And I rolled a 13 athletics check.
Let's see here. Yeah, go. 16. I snatch it first. Or at least I get my hand across it first.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't want to say I snatch away, but I get my hand on it first.
Okay. As you slam your hand into the bloody surface, trying to beat Tior's there, you grasp onto it and tug violently, releasing it from the skin and sinew that it has embedded itself in. You feel a cold sensation kind of vibrating in your hand. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Ah.
Haha. Nah, nat 20 to 25.
Okay.
You're mine.
The feeling is not like what you've been experiencing at all. But whatever it is momentary and it is powerful. And then it subsides.
Can I do an Arcana check to see is this some sort of like entity in this thing, or?
You certainly can try.
12.
12. So, turning it over in your hand and looking upon it, the light hovering closer as Katori kind of sees what you're doing and tries to help you out a little bit here. You see this metallic item. It's almost like an emblem. It's circular. But then as you're holding it and the blood drips away and reveals its metallic nature, it shifts in your hand. And it forms this it's almost like a candle, like a small metallic candle, as a chain slowly unwinds itself and falls down behind it, turning into almost like a necklace. And the candle seems half burned, with a flameless wick on top. Obviously, this thing is arcane in nature. You know that much. And you know that this was somehow connected to the way that Tholdus was interfering with the pacts of your allies. Anything further than that is unknown at this point.
I kind of just hold it in my hand, grab it. It's gone. It's gone. I just give it to him. Shake my head.
Before he does that, you can still give it to him, but before, I want to grasp his hand with it in there, and we can still take a look at it later if you wish.
What?
And
when I give it to him, or what do you mean?
No, but before you hand it off, if you still want to hold on to it for a little bit while longer.
No. I was hoping if I grab it, it would take away my patron. I could still use it, right then and there. Is what I was hoping.
Right, well, we could still maybe learn of its power.
Oh, yeah. No. But it's his. We'll see what we can do with it later. It can't help him now.
I take my reward.
So, as you all stand amongst the bloodied remains and this rapidly decomposing, disgusting creature, it seems as though maybe, just maybe, you've all put a stop to the current assault. But we'll have to find out next time.
Yeah. Yep.
As we come back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central to figure out what happens from here.
Wait, what's Larry doing?
The town is dead.
Literally everybody in the town is dead. It's just
Everyone in
us.
the town's dead. Larry's
We
dead.
own the
everyone's
town
dead.
now. We own the town.
I know, is
and
Larry
there's
just
bat people.
is Larry just a regular worm now?
Yeah, or is he dead?
Are
It's
you
probably just a
looking at
pile
Larry?
of goop.
Yeah, can I look at Larry just to check in on him? I haven't. I've been a bit mom this episode. Sorry, buddy.
Larry is not moving. He is kind of twisted and curled up a little bit in the jar as you look at it, and you see out of both ends this strange ichor that bound that ball of them together is oozing outward.
I gotta get the new pet, guys.
Maybe we can find something for you in the sewers if we go back down there.
So. Maybe one of those bat people will be
Yeah,
my pet.
maybe they have a little bat.
Head pat. There you go.
Yeah, like a child pet. But
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I was head patting you. It's gonna be okay.
Oh. I just need a new pet. That's gotta be our next mission.
A mission you will have to undertake as a group of level 3 adventurers.
Hey! We going fishing tomorrow.
We doing it! We doing
Yeah!
it!
Should we roll for hit points before we leave?
If you want to roll, not everybody rolls, so whoever wants to, go ahead. While you're doing that, I'm going to see who's on so we can raid somebody and spread the love.
All right.
Oh man.
I'm rolling a d10.
Yo, I'm so happy I had my marshmallows here because that was some real intense moments. I had to eat through the pain.
I feel
I know, I just was
legitimately
shoving food in my mouth.
that double nat 20 might be the coolest moment I've ever had as a D&D player.
Oh yeah.
That was
That was really cool.
Double nat 20 with no help, like no bonuses, no boosts, no inspiration, like nothing. Just flat D20.
Ugh.
So
just
good.
pure rage.
Pure rage.
And it was poetic.
Yeah, it was great. That was one of the best moments by far.
Cool. I gotta pick a subclass? Holy shit.
I know,
I
right?
know, there's a lot that happens at 3.
All the decisions. Well, those of you who do not have patrons have honed your skills, especially over the past couple of days here in Yon'Cath, and you've learned a lot from your friends and allies and the Accursed Guard and everybody around you. So you are on the all more well-equipped and skilled adventurers. And those of you who do have patrons, well, perhaps your growing power and influence will be beneficial to them, and so they grant you a little bit more power as well, whether you like it or not.
They're in love with it.
What you do with it, though, as always, is entirely up to you.
Could we passively canon say that at some point within this bloody dungeon we lit something on fire because we are now time due for another fire?
I know. We didn't even have a fire. What the heck?
Yeah.
We
Burn
cannot
it to the
light
ground.
this. We cannot light this place on fire. We
No,
have
we
to
can't.
show the guards.
Yeah, we have to show the people.
Oh, that's
We need
true.
the
Clear
evidence.
our names.
I
And
mean,
stuff.
the big giant monster thing is
We will
deteriorating.
never.
So
We will never get these bracelets off our wrists if we don't show these guards
Honestly.
this
I'm
place.
kind of liking it these days.
We're gonna emerge covered head to toe in blood, just be like, we did it.
We did it, but
Take
we were
these
just
off.
We
around.
did it.
Like
Hurry
that.
up and go look at that big grotesque thing before it
Melts.
goes
Yeah,
away.
right. Whatever
And then
guards
all
are
that's
left.
is all the body parts that are dead people, and we're
Yeah,
just covered in blood.
Yeah, we're
Like,
covered in blood, and then they go in there
we
and like,
did
how
it.
do we know that you didn't do this?
Exactly.
God.
Exactly.
Where's
That's-
the monster?
On the bright side, warlocks traditionally have a very high charisma stat, so persuasion should come easier than most.
Should
Bold of you to assume.
should
You think.
be the key word there.
Right, how many nat ones did I roll tonight? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think my first 6 rolls were below a 4.
Literally.
The rolls were there
It
when
was
the
like the lowest rolling episode at the beginning. The only people rolling high was Vav and I, thankfully.
Oh, well, in the beginning, y'all were rolling those saving throws.
Yeah,
That
that's
could have
true.
gone much, much worse.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Oh, before I forget this, Katori, I need 2 more Constitution. Well, give me Constitution saving throws until you have either 3 failures or 3 successes. You're looking for a DC 14.
All right, that's another fail. And that's another fail.
Great.
That
Okay.
was quick.
So make a note. Remind me of that as we jump into the beginning of next session.
Heck yeah, I can get message, guys. This is gonna make this talking in the brain so much easier. Sorry.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
Wait.
Dead.
So, all that being said, it is the witching hour. It is time for us to unfortunately leave you. However, please, if you haven't done so yet, check us out on YouTube for past episodes or just to support the channel. Or if you are fully caught up on episodes and you're just like, man, I really want to watch that shit again, it's there. It's on YouTube. We also have recaps on Patreon. We have the Extra Life. Please donate to Extra Life. Children's Hospital in New Orleans really could use your support. Very, very much appreciated. And as always, spread the word and take care of yourselves. Love y'all very much. We're going to raid the Games Tavern because they could use the support. TTRPG channel. They do good stuff. And I'm going to click the start raid button. So please join the raid. Tell them you came from us. Show them some love. And we love you guys. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all next week, 7 p.m. Catch y'all later.